stream connection is excellent. This is moving as planned.
Are we live yet?
No. This is the part where we're streaming, but it hasn't gone to YouTube yet. And now it's finally gotten to YouTube. So I'm hitting go live. People of the party, friends and neighbors, welcome to the stream. It's Friday.
Okay. Are we live?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Okay. You good, Alex? Good. We got extra help today. We got a friend named Alex here, who is, I guess, our operations manager, and we have called her in last minute to help out here.
Heck yeah.
With some stuff. Thank you guys for being patient with us as we are getting started very late today. I had zero involvement in that, so it's all thanks to the saving graces of everything John was able to muster together at the last minute here for a bunch of random mishaps. That being said, we are going to be doing something very different today for our stream. It's going to be not a ranking video. It's going to be a discussion about horror and all the upcoming horror things. I've noticed over the past couple of streams, horror has been brought up a couple of times, and every time it's brought up in one of our super chats or Streamlabs, which, by the way, we never end unless we go through every single one of them. Case in point, the last stream was like 4 hours long. We will defeat that time today.
we will have 6. The technology.
Yeah. Last time it was a pretty lengthy one, and that's because you guys kept us live the entire time.
You did. And you did this.
So thank you for participating with us. Anywho, I have noticed that with the Streamlabs and Super Chats, horror gets brought up a lot, and we find ourselves really wanting to dive deeper into that. So we're following the vibe. We're following the flow. This entire podcast has constantly been about finding a vibe and finding a different thing to open up a new avenue for. So this is the first one we are confidently doing without leading with any comic book characters.
Oh my.
We're just going to do horror.
Don't worry. Robert Downey Jr. is in one of these movies.
Maybe. There's a Clayface on this list.
There is a Clayface on this list for sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's in the chat right now, please leave a like on this video. Also, start chatting away here. What are the upcoming horror movies and TV shows from November 2025 to December 2026 that you are most looking forward to? We got a giant list of things to discuss.
Yeah.
Now, full disclosure, before I ask John how he's doing, I will just tell you guys, I am slowly, very, very slowly coming off of being very heated and flooded for like 48 hours straight. And I have I've been a really big uplifting vibe around here, I would say. I think everyone would agree that I enter a room and suddenly the mood's just super positive whenever I enter in.
It's only more positive today and right now.
I'm sure I massively helped out when I showed up here 10 minutes before we were supposed to go live.
No, you're good.
John, how are you feeling today?
I'm okay. It's I'm excited to talk about like a monolith of freaking my favorite genre ever.
It is your favorite
the air
genre.
horn if I could, but yeah, there's a lot in this list that looks really fun and exciting. I haven't exposed myself to too much footage because I want to keep some of these fresh.
Okay.
And I also didn't know if any of these would be, segued into a trailer-thon at any point. Probably not, but you never know.
No, we do a lot less trailers now.
Yeah.
In fact, when I was making the list for everything to talk about, which, by the way, even though we have a massive list of things to talk about, that's where you guys in the chat are really going to help us out because we're titling this every major upcoming one. And if we miss one, well, that's on you because you're here to help us out. And Alex is there to make notes and be like, yeah, I don't know if this was on Greg's massive email he sent last night.
I got at least, there's one that I will throw in there.
That I didn't put on there?
Yeah. Just
is
one.
it Saw?
No.
Okay, because I don't know if Saw's coming out.
I don't know if Saw's coming out. And the last time I said I was excited for a Saw movie ahead of the year it was coming out, it was this year, and it's not coming out. So. No, it's one movie that only I am probably excited for, and most people are quite worried about.
All right, cool. Well, again, please leave a like, because a big part of this is the playbacks that happen with it. And Alex, before we went live, I saw we got a couple of super chats beforehand.
Oh.
And so we're going to mix this up. Normally what we do is we go through our main news stories, and then we take a giant open Q&A of if super chats or stream lives happen to come in. And we figured that this time we will kick off with if there's a one in here. And then let's say we're talking about, because like Scream will come up at some point during this list. So let's say we're talking about Scream. And then if someone happens to send something in, no matter how little, for Scream, then after we're done talking about our side of Scream, we'll take the question, see if we can interweave it a little smoother. For sure, something that will not be a smooth process. Alex, can you hear us? Talk. Is Alex's voice on the stream?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Pull that mic.
Now it is.
Put that mic closer to your face.
Get it right up in
Put it in your mouth.
grill.
Put it inside your mouth.
Damn, now I wish we had
We've known Alex since 5th grade. We can make weird jokes like that.
We've earned that right.
So, yeah. Alex, come on. You can do this, my friend.
Oh, you
Who
want me to start now?
has someone contributed? I know they have.
Yes.
We're gonna do this so rough around the
Aldo
edges.
Torres.
Was he the first one though?
He was the first one.
I don't know
And
if he
the
was.
second one.
I think he was the
Oh,
third.
you're right.
Alex.
Sebastian.
Alex.
I'm
Alex.
sorry,
Trial by
Sebastian.
fire.
Oh my God!
Trial
You're
by
adding to the
fire.
fury.
Oh no.
All right, it was Sebastian.
Did we show Alex how to find the super chats, or are we just like
I-
go figure it out?
I gave you a 10-second crash course.
The website was pulled up for me.
If you change, you see in the chat where it says top chat, if you change it to fan funding, you'll be able to find it. I don't know if you even know what I'm saying right now. She is the most unfamiliar. I love how chaotic
Oh,
this is.
from the live chat. Oh, I see. I gave her the page.
Oh, we
That's
can
my
do that
bad.
too.
Yeah.
Here, we'll do the first one so that way we can make it easier. John, can you pull up the first
Yes.
couple super chat? The 3 that came in before.
Hundo
I know there's
P.
more than 3 that came in, but
All
we'll
right.
go right into the story after these 3.
Let's go to lovely October 16. There we go.
It's the
Oh.
17th.
There we go. Thank you, Alex.
Well,
Yeah, and I would start with Sebastian.
this event was created last night, so to YouTube, it is October the 16th. Let's see. Where are we going to?
Sebastian Younce.
Yeah. Let's go. So happy I work from home. Love you guys. We love you too.
Thank you so much for the early super
Thanks
chat.
for working.
And then Reynaldo Torres says, "Hey guys, a couple of questions. Do you think this new era of horror is keeping theaters like AMC and Regal alive, since horror seems to be the genre consistently drawing crowds lately?" And then can you go to his follow-up? Yeah. Thank you for the 2. With platforms like Shudder giving indie horror more visibility, like VHS keeping the found footage style alive, do you think this new horror wave is changing how theaters value horror today? Much love. I feel like this is something that has been already a part of the industry for a long time, as horror is being something that the studios realize is one of the most viable options. Primate is not on my list of most anticipated. We will discuss Primate a little bit. But it's weird looking at Primate, which is this new Paramount movie. Have you seen the trailer for this?
No, it's been recommended me.
It's about a chimpanzee
Yeah,
going mad.
It goes crazy. Yeah,
And it
I've
looks
read
like
up
the
on that.
most Blumhousey movie ever, and it's not. It's a Paramount movie. And it was
Okay.
interesting seeing how it got sort of adapted that way. Like I'm watching this, and it looks like so run-of-the-mill, schlocky, bad, like generic.
Okay.
To me, I don't think it looks like a very good movie.
Okay.
And it feels very much like you know how Universal Pictures, if it's not Blumhouse, they kind of have a style. They kind of have a look, like that
Yes.
pool movie. There's something about their
something
style.
about Universal horror.
Yeah.
They have one lens package that they lend out to every horror filmmaker here. I'm watching the trailer on 2x speed right now. and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can kind of see what you
But you
mean.
see the look? There's like
Yeah.
a look that Universal has.
Yeah, yeah.
With their films, and I can't quite pinpoint it.
Someone with a cinematography channel, yeah, like just go online and make a breakdown of what this look is and why.
But horror, for some reason, is the most valuable item, and I think that's why it's so smart for DC Studios to be going into horror, because it's something that you could do for low to mid budget, and it has a big universal appeal, because horror is scary at home when you're by yourself. It's also really scary when you're with a crowd. Like going to see Shelby Oaks with a packed audience reminded me of that. I'm so used to, sadly, I'm so used to, and I'm sure you are too, skipping horror movies to react to here, which is a great experience to give people. but it's been a while since I was in a jam-packed theater.
Yeah.
And to
Getting
hear
the roller coaster of it all.
the roller coaster, exactly, to hear the nervous laughter, to hear the quiet
Yeah.
and anticipation. When something scary pops up and people are like, ooh, you know,
You feel the audience recoil.
that big feeling it becomes a very communal, emotionally shared experience. And on top of that, it makes fucking money.
It does.
You know?
Since the beginning of cinema, it has made money.
And the other part with horror of why it's so cool is there was a time, and you would probably be able to speak to this better than I can. There's two, so we're making double the time here. So yeah, give it time.
Yeah,
that's
6
a
minutes.
behind the scene thing that you guys don't know we're talking about.
2 minutes 50.
But to Reynaldo's point even further on that question, there was a time with horror where a respectable horror movie was so few and far between. It was like The Shining, The Exorcist. What else? There wasn't that many.
Yeah.
Other than that, they were schlocky, cheesy.
In terms
they
of
were
like
considered
prestigious,
lowbrow.
maybe Rosemary's Baby or something like that
Yeah.
is an example.
You needed a director with clout that people took serious, so that way people would take the movie seriously back then. You needed like a Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, an auteur who's doing a horror, not a horror director.
To make it seem like horror is better than what it is. Whereas stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and even Halloween, that shit would get its respect much later on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now...
The story of horror is hindsight praise.
Exactly.
You know?
And now horror is like the best genre for it, because horror presents the most subgenres out of any genre, I think.
It's like metal.
It really is, though.
It's like heavy metal.
They have all, like, we have an M. Night Shyamalan movie on this list, and I was like, what the hell is this? This one with Nicholas Sparks?
Yeah.
And it's categorized as a supernatural, romantic horror film. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
more
hell
of that,
is
man.
that? You know?
That is a genre we should be feeding. Romantic horror. Horror that's like kid accessible but isn't
Yes.
silly. Like we should be putting more subgenres out there, not just like, I love a slasher movie, but I feel like, there are a couple genres that do really well, and what I would love to see is more of that.
Yeah. And then we even look back now. We notice there are films we didn't categorize as horror, but certainly horror was there. Mm-hmm. Now more people call Jurassic Park a horror film.
Mm-hmm. It's a monster movie.
It is, but how often do you ever I feel like for the longest time growing up, people would not call it a horror movie.
No, because there's too much wonder and there's too much, like, ooh,
It's too Spielbergy.
Too Spielbergy, yeah. It's got too much fun, and it's too, like, even the monster stuff feels, again, it's interesting. There are two kinds of roller coaster. There's the one that's like you're gonna challenge your fear and adrenaline, and then there's the other one where it's like I just want to have fun and feel the wind whip through my hair. And like Jurassic Park dips into being the intense one, but a lot of it is the more fun one.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of why.
And plus, you could do it with all the different ranges of budget. Like we were able to open up the found footage genre to a whole new height.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready to dive into some of just go through the list here? I know we got more super chats and Streamlabs, but we're going to go to the actual thing at hand. All right, you ready to do this, Johnny?
I am ready. I'm just fixing.
Hey, someone in the chat mentioned Coraline, and Coraline is the reaction for that's coming out Monday.
Yeah.
You and Roxy.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one. That was a fun one.
I'm excited to see what you guys have to say.
Do love a little climation.
Heroes of Forge in the chat. What's up, buddy?
All right.
Thanks for not going to my Tron screening because you had to hold your own Tron screening.
Wow.
Deadbeat Adam.
Deadbeat.
That's his new nickname around here.
Deadbeat Adam.
Deadbeat Adam.
All right. Let's see. Okay.
So the first movie that I have here is coming out in
Let
November.
me find that image.
It's called Keeper.
Keeper. Ooh, the Oz Perkins movie.
I saw this trailer before Weapons.
Okay.
This is one of those trailers that admittedly did not truly hook me because it's the first trailer I felt was like 10 minutes long.
Yes.
It just kept going on for a very long time.
Yes.
And then I found out it's an Osgood Perkins, the man behind Longlegs, which you have yet to see still, right?
I have yet to see, just in case.
Longlegs is a really great movie, and Osgood Perkins, son of Anthony Perkins, right? Mm-hmm. The Norman Bates man.
Yeah. Norman Bateman.
This movie is described as a wife becomes isolated in a secluded cabin and has to fend off an unspeakable evil. Here's my worry about it. Actually, you know what? I say this because I feel like this used to be the case. The way how horror has usurped January as, oh my God, that's where you dump bad horror movies.
Yeah.
It was around the time when Mama came out, when we started going, maybe we can make good horror movies in January. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a missing market. And then I think Mithrigan came out around then.
Mithrig.
And it did really well too. And this one, to me, this is the more odd time. November, I think, is a strange time to do a horror movie. I remember Overlord came out. It was like a couple days after Halloween, and it seemed like the stupidest move. And I think Overlord is a massively overlooked horror movie, all because of a bad release date. If they just shifted it maybe even a week earlier, probably would have done better, because traditionally in the States, people want to vibe-wise switch, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, horror's done. Let's move on to a different
We're
feeling
moving on
now.
to heartfelt stuff and family and warmth and not the scary cold feelings. And like there and what a couple of years ago, what was it? Renfield came out in April, and a couple of friends of mine had said to me, like, like this would be the perfect this is like a haunted house movie, and it should have been released for Halloween. Like what opportunity missed, you know? And it is weird because there's some stuff. I'm trying to think of other examples, but like where it seems obvious you would want to put it out at Halloween. Like I like horror all year, but some stuff, like Overlord, that's a totally like August, September, like it's not fully Halloween-ish, but it's definitely like fun and carnage and gore and it's weird.
Where do you view Neon on this list? Because it seems like there's Blumhouse is the top of the top in terms of the ones that make money. A24 is the reputable one.
It's the prestige one.
Yeah, it's the prestige. I mean, they do win Oscars and shit, but they also get, the horror movies that are the fucking drama heavy ones.
Yeah.
And then there's Neon, which I don't quite know how to categorize them, because they seem like they seem like, unlike A24, they're willing to be a little bit schlocky, depending on what they're doing. I think they maybe even take more swings, and perhaps underrated wise, and how much of a swing they'll take.
I think, like Neon seems like they don't seem bound by a genre, I guess. Like Blumhouse, their whole thing is like their horror, and then occasionally they'll do like a Whiplash or, that documentary they did about dancing. And, I feel like Neon I am used to seeing in front of more broad indie stuff that sometimes skews horror, and they've also done international because they did like Parasite. They did I, Tonya as well, and Anora just now. So it's like they have like it seems like a strong ratio of horror things, which makes me feel like they recognize that in the indie space, probably like a significant slice of your pie would probably want to be horror because... it's like A24, I think, it's kind of like half horror and then half other stuff.
Yeah.
Versus horror being like an equal slice of that pie. And Neon doesn't put out as much stuff, so I feel like they're a bit more curated. And I mean, looking at what they have here, I feel like their taste so far is pretty solid.
Can you put up Osgood Perkins, a director, IMDb?
Yeah, let's get him in there.
I have a theory. I've shared this with a couple of other YouTubers before, and you and I have talked about this at length years ago, is the rule of three.
Yes.
With not just comedy, but career-wise. I feel like to establish yourself, you need three. Like Jordan Peele has done that. Jordan Peele, after Get Out, people have to pay close attention to what his next one is.
Yeah, exactly.
Us, maybe not as well received, but was still pretty good and effective and popular. Nope, another one. Maybe not as strong. None of them have come close to matching the reverence of Get Out, but still really good films. The Jordan Peele name is strong.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan, that is why the man still is able to work, despite having some terrible fucking movies.
Yeah.
Because he did Sixth Sense, he did Unbreakable, he did Signs. He had three, like Unbreakable, Love came around for that later, and it's not a horror movie. But it's still to me, that's a lot of people's favorite film of So he still did, and then Village was like a hit, even though it was divisive.
Out of the village.
So he had a rule of 3 as well, and I think that's what you need for every actor and every director. Is you need 3 in order to be a name. That's why I feel like Ari Aster has not quite hit it because he had Hereditary, which was huge, Midsommar, which was impactful. But then everyone's like, what the fuck is Beau's Afraid? You know?
It's the movie that no one liked and everyone wants me to watch.
Yeah, that's perfect. That is the perfect description. Yeah.
Everyone's like, you have to see this. It's terrible. I didn't understand it, and it's awkward and strange and cringe, but watch it.
Yeah.
You know, which makes me want to watch it.
And I loved Eddington. It's my favorite movie of the year, but it is far from a universally loved experience.
Well, and I think it's an interesting thing because you need to have the 3, and you can have it in different ways because you need to have the 3 where it's like all 3 of yours are critically loved, like the audience thinks it's great and mind-blowing or whatever. That's a version of the 3, but there's also like you gotta have 3 hits too.
Yeah.
And you could have a combination of both, you know, and I feel like Shyamalan's a good example of a guy who like has the financial hits in a strong 3, but maybe like the public opinion, the critical hits in less than that, you know, or it's more divisive. Like Jordan, you know, like I think Jordan Peele has a solid 3, but I think a lot of people would say like, oh, Nope is probably like the 3rd ranked one of those.
It depends. I think it's kind of hit or miss for when it comes to us and Nope. But what do you have Osgood Perkins? Because all I know is Longlegs from him. I don't know what else he's directed.
I remember his debut movie, which I haven't seen, but when it came out, a lot of people put it on their best of the year list, which was The Blackcoat's Daughter, that has Kiernan Shipka from Mad Men and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Then he did I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House in 2016, Gretel and Hansel 2020, an episode of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone, and then Longlegs the Monkey and Keeper.
Longlegs was the huge one.
Longlegs was the huge one that like broke his name out for more than just people, you know, following.
Can you pull up the Rotten Tomato score of the Monkey? Yeah, maybe you can see the Rotten Tomato score and audience score of Monkey.
Jamie, can you pull that up? Alrighty, what do we got? 77? I heard this movie.
Ooh, that's a terrible audience score.
See, the thing about this is that like I remember what the discourse I heard at least was bleh. Word salad. What I remember the discourse being was sort of like people expected something more along the lines of Longlegs, which I understand is more like oppressive and, you know, harsh of tone and dramatic and opaque and obtuse and stuff.
What the Keeper trailer is.
Sure. And then the Monkey, from what I understand, is like almost borderline a comedy, and it's like very violent and you know, kind of the opposite in tone and style of something like Longlegs.
But the trailer, I mean, what you described as what the movie actually is seems really reflective of what the Monkey trailer is. So I don't know. That's weird.
It is. Yeah, it's strange. And I think some people wanted it to be deeper maybe than it was. And I think he was trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
I could, at least that's what I kind of remember of the conversations.
I don't know if I'd call that a solid 2. It's weird because like when people talk about the Keeper, they go to Longlegs. When they're completely skipping over the fact he already had a movie this year. I completely forgot he made The Monkey.
Yeah. and I mean, you know, like, again, it seems like it was a bit of a fun one, so not that should diminish a entry in someone's filmography.
Right.
But it's like, to borrow a nerdy metaphor, it's like Gorillaz puts out like a mainline full feature album that's got all the bells and whistles, and then between that they'll do like, you know, something more stripped down and chill, you know, and kind of vibey before gearing up for the next big thing. And I feel like that's kind of what he's doing here.
All right, cool.
You know, but yeah, Keeper looks crazy.
All right, we didn't spend enough time on Osgood Perkins.
No,
I think we need to
he's
spend
in
more
Legally
time.
Blonde. He's in Legally Blonde.
All right, cool. We're smoothing out kinks.
Yeah,
we're smoothing out kinks. I'm enjoying this discussion so far. Alex, what's it looking like?
We should get a camera on you next.
We should get a camera on Alex. Has she figured out how to access the super chats?
Yes.
You're by yourself.
Yes, I got it.
No. We'll see about that.
And somebody said that you guys need to speak up.
Oh, do we?
So I put the mics up.
You put us even
We need to
higher?
speak up.
Yeah.
That's always the thing. It's like we always have the levels cranked.
All right.
But, you know, RIP your headphones if it's a problem. Okay. So next in line, what do we got?
Well, Alex, I mean, did anyone bring up the Keeper? Where are we at on the super chats and stream?
No, nobody brought up the Keeper.
Wow.
I mean, what came in, though? We should at least acknowledge one.
Okay. So we have from Sebastian.
Pull it up, John.
All right. Here we go. We're super chatting. Let me grab my window again.
Are you ready or?
Yeah, he's got it on screen.
I got Sebastian.
He's got it
Yates
on screen
right here.
From Sebastian, do we actually think Clayface is going to be a true horror or just bits and pieces? Also, anyone excited for Resident Evil Requiem? Have a great day, guys.
Thank you so
Is that
much,
what
Alex.
Is that what it's called? Is it called Requiem?
No, I think Resident Evil Requiem is either the new game or a new animated movie. I don't think it's a Zach Krieger one.
That's right.
All right, so we can use this opportunity to talk about Clayface.
Yeah. Oh,
John, pull up a Clayface image. That way people know where we're at.
Pull up that clay.
Thank you, Sebastian, for the question here.
Roll that.
We'll
beautiful
just
clay
knock that off our list a little bit early right now.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Clayface.
We got like 30 something properties on here, so
We got a year's worth of shit, so we're not gonna get deep.
We're gonna start moving this a little bit quicker, I suppose.
All right,
Do
here
we
we
actually think
go.
Clayface is going to be I believe it will be an actual horror movie. Reason being is because James Gunn, who admittedly, after the Peacemaker stuff, before it was like, whatever you say, man. And now I'm like, do you know what you said, James Gunn? there's some stuff that's not lining up with what you actually pitched.
Hey man, yeah, I like you, but could you slow down real quick?
This was the best image I could find of Clayface.
a
And
very
then now that
cool
I'm looking up
image.
close, I'm pretty sure this must be an AI prompt. Is that an AI prompt?
Oh no,
I can't tell. I can never tell. Is that an AI prompt or Photoshop? Alex, what are people in the chat
it
saying?
sure could be.
It 100% could be an AI prompt.
All right. We're gonna shame you in this single while I pull up a different Clayface
Yeah.
image from the comics. I'm gonna pull up a comic accurate Clayface. You know, it's hard to pull images out here. There's a lot of images to pull from.
Well, okay. So in the Clayface story, that supposedly this is from Mike Flanagan. So I feel like this will be an actual horror movie. And if it's Mike Flanagan, it'll probably be a more horror drama and have that tragedy element, because he said he took most of his inspiration, or I don't know if he took most, but he really cited this in Batman the Animated Series, which does follow the story of a man who was a former actor who is then disfigured and then has to undergo some type of experiment and then ultimately becomes Clayface. So I love the dual meaning layers of an actor morphing who could morph into all these different types of things. And
Johnny Depp.
yeah, he's the Johnny Depp. I do feel like Clayface will actually be a horror movie, to answer your first question. But what are you most excited about with Clayface, John, in terms of a comic book movie that's actually aiming to really do horror? Because I don't even feel like it'll have some like action movie crescendo or some bullshit where it tries to scapegoat out of it. I highly doubt it'll do that.
I see, like, to me, this is a really cool opportunity. As a fan of when comic book movies commit to another genre and favor that genre more than kneecapping it by having to force it into like superhero movie conventions or whatever. Like, I think that's really exciting, and I think we don't get a ton of that. So I think this is a great opportunity for DC to spread out and to show like, hey, we can make different kinds of films within our umbrella. I don't like the old animated stuff has fights and cool action and things, but I feel like there are more like monster stories and like tragic tales of these, creatures that were made by some ill-gotten circle. Like this sounds like a cool opportunity to do something like that and to transcribe a different piece of comic and cartoon comic history into the movies. And yeah, Mike Flanagan seems like a guy who's totally apt to make a story. I know someone else is directing it, but a story about a guy who's going through some kind of like probably internal crisis of identity plus, the body horror monster element. Like there is a chance to mash up a bunch of horror subgenres and expand on what, a comic book studio could do. That just seems like the most exciting thing. And Mike Flanagan's like the most trustworthy name in horror right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. John, don't forget to cut to your single when you were talking, John.
I know.
You know what?
I'm gonna cut to me.
Let's experiment with me today. Let me see if I can handle.
It's actually easier to cut from the table when you're in the thing because you know when you're going to talk and you also know like what needs to be hidden when, and like I can focus differently.
Cool.
Yeah, the labels are kind of messed up today. But
so today you're Greg.
I'm
Greg,
Coy.
You're Coy.
and then pair
is I get it.
And then photos is what you want when you want to see some pictures of the movies.
This will psychologically mess me up.
Yeah. You have to start like Just going by position only. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a little. I can change that.
No, don't worry about it.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, my quick thoughts when it comes to Clayface. I mean, we've talked kind of extensively about it on other streams. What I would add to it, though, I would go back to the first Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
That movie does not have some big action movie crescendo by the end. It sticks to what its genre is, whether you like that movie or not. Additionally, what people mainly highlight with that film is, like, in terms of a scene, is the talk show scene.
Yeah. Which is really tense.
Which is kind of, in a lot of ways, straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that alone is a great demonstration. I feel like the first Joker movie kind of sort of toes the line between being a horror drama versus being just a psychological drama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is I feel like the modern age of horror, especially as done by A24, is so much about, hey, psychological drama is also horror. And like that, it weirdly, if they started borrowing from that stuff for more, commercial type movies, like, again, your Batman Clayface story or a Joker type thing, even, like, there's more horror you could do with the Joker. And yeah, like the fact that the prevailing horror of the now, by and large, is like dramatic horror only helps because you get better opportunities to make character studies.
Wait. Exactly. Now that the camera's back on here.
Yeah.
But thanks for that question. That was a really good question.
We got another Clayface question.
Oh, yeah?
We got another question about the
What do we
Clayface?
got? Is it in the supers or the streams?
It is in the supers.
Boom, John, do your thing.
we're
Load
doing
it.
it.
Load it,
We're
John.
loading
Load it
that
before we run out of
shit.
time. Load it. Wait, Alex. Wait.
I just want to let him know it's from Sebastian.
Sebastian.
What is
Here
it?
we
Which
go.
one is it? Go
Sebastian Yuntz. Okay.
If Clayface does really well financially, what other DC horror movies would you want? Give me Professor Pig. That guy freaks me out.
Professor Pig would be like the Saw movie of DC, wouldn't it?
Let me see here. Oh my God! Wait a minute.
What? What?
Right after this, I have to go to what? Have you seen the Streamlabs?
Oh, I have seen a little bit of it.
Oh,
yeah.
did you see what that happened with the Chicago show? I can't wait to go. I
Wait.
just randomly pulled.
don't
I did
know if
not
it's from
no idea
today
this
or
happened.
not.
This is so fucking funny. I'll go to it later. Okay, so to answer this question here, what would you want in terms of a DC horror movie character? I'm hoping Swamp Thing actually embraces that side.
Yeah.
That's the one part of it that because that you get. You can still feed into the horror tragic element. That's the thing with a lot of these characters is like there's a horror tragedy to be had.
Yeah.
Even to your favorite kind of like a man bat.
Yeah.
There's a horror. There's a tragedy. Yeah, it's sad. I fucking love sad.
This poor guy.
All about sad.
Deal with. Yeah, man. Give me them sad monsters.
Yeah, and this, I guess there's, but I've been looking like Professor Pig. I don't know if that would work as like a focused one. I don't know if that would work as a story with.
That's your DC one shot. That's your like special presentation. Like we make one of these.
Yeah.
And it's like 45 minutes long or something shorter.
I don't know if it would work as as him as the protagonist though. I mean, it would be a bold move. It would be bolder than, doing something where like, oh, this poor universal monster, which is usually the easy spot to go to is when you play on the tragedies, it evokes kind of the classic universal monsters. Whereas Professor Pig is like more of like a Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
I was going to say, it's make it the version of Jigsaw where he has no sympathetic background. He never got sick. In fact, he's a doctor who just messes people up anyway and doesn't care. So he decides to become like a horrific villain. But there are a lot of cool characters. I like Deadman was one of my favorite characters to discover in the DC animated movies. And like, I would love to see Deadman in a movie. I would love to see, obviously, Man-Bat or Man-Spider if we're talking Marvel. Solomon Grundy is a character I like, which would be a really...
Again, tragic.
Yeah, man.
It's all about that tragedy.
Sad corpse guy. Give me that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for that question. Thank you.
Hells yeah.
Before we move on to that, let's move on to the next one on this list here.
Okay. Next up.
This is good. This is a fun experimental flow. John,
Drum roll, please.
I don't know what button to hit to help you out here. Is it this one?
It's
yeah,
fine.
it is.
All right.
Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2.
Okay, let's go to Five Nights. We got that Five Nights graphic.
So there's this
Five
joke we
Nights
made. I can't wait to show you this stream blast. There's this joke that we made in the last live stream.
Yeah.
And someone decided to actually fulfill the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it's glorious.
So absurd.
It's funny because I loaded the Streamlabs page earlier and I saw the like 5 of them and I laughed and then opening it up just now I scrolled further down and I was like, oh
yeah, there's so many.
Lol. MVP right there.
MVP,
like, truly
man.
an epic flex.
It's crazy. Oh, and okay, so it is Chris, but I was trying to find Chris's Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go back to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So we saw this trailer together, John. Mm-hmm. And how are you feeling about this so far? Now that we are here with Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I have a lot of hope for it because we were not fans of the first one. It was one of those discussions that as we kept talking about it, first it was like, well, here's what we like and here's what we appreciate. And then the more we kept talking about it, suddenly a lot of that seemed to keep fading, and the more we discussed and unpacked, and then it turned into like an hour and a half discussion of why it doesn't work for us.
Why don't I love this?
Yeah, which is sad because it was one of our biggest reactions this year. But,
Sorry, kids.
And that was when I personally edited myself, so it was a weird thing to like, oh man, I'm going to be working my ass off on something that's bound to get us a lot of hatred right now. but I'm excited for 2 because from what I'm getting from the trailer, or at least what I recall, is that it seems like they're going to be actually improving upon the criticisms that the first one received. But where are you standing in terms of your anticipation for this movie?
I'm like cautious. I'm like curious about it. It's one of those that I think that they can definitely. I have confidence that they can take whatever feedback they need to take to make it a more, cohesive film for the rest of us. But also, like, it does look super fun, and I can tell fans are super charged up about, like, the different parts of the lore and the characters and stuff like that. And so, it's an aesthetic and a vibe that I enjoy. So, like, if you put a better movie on top of it, I'll probably be that much more enthused about it. Because, like, thinking back on the first movie, I really like the vibe. And a lot of what they assembled, it's just like, the way the story moves is all like clunked out. So, and 2, like there's a big spiral of lore and chilling circumstance that goes along with this stuff. So like, I'm a little wary that it has to always kind of remain for kids because the lore is so dark in the games. But I'm excited to see how they confront some of that stuff and how they bring some of that more chilling shit in. I'm like cautiously excited a little bit.
I'm having a hard time recalling, is there another horror franchise that already had such a massive pre-existing lore that a film felt they had to honor? Because this is a trap that a lot of video game adaptations and book adaptations obviously fall into, is they get so hung up on, well, shit, we got to like do all this lore.
We got to do this justice.
How much do we introduce in this one movie? Yeah. I mean, what if we only get the one movie? So that's often a problem. And I think Five Nights at Freddy's did have to deal with that because, like, the first Five Nights at Freddy's, the part of the appeal was the simplicity of it. That simplicity is not present in the film.
No.
Simplicity of just being like a security guard who is, looking at monitors, being like, holy shit, there's going to be like these things are moving. These animatronics are alive. You just went to Chuck E. Cheese recently, Alex.
I did.
Have you seen Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, I have not.
How old are your daughters?
5 and 2.5.
Will you show them Five Nights at Freddy's?
Absolutely not.
Please show it to them tonight.
I will pay you $200.
$200 is
we can
not enough for
point
me
a camera
to stay
at them
up all night with them.
$500.
$500. Point a camera at them. We will.
$1,500 and we have a deal.
All right,
We can slap a brand deal on that.
if we can get $1,500 in Streamlabs.
Yeah. I'll record it also.
I feel like your eldest would be able. I don't want to say your kids' names on here. I feel like your eldest would be able to handle it pretty well.
Yeah, I think my little one more than my oldest.
Yeah, she's a little.
She's unfortunately not scared of anything.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Demon spawn in the making right there.
Yeah.
Little gremlin.
She definitely gets it from her dad's side.
But yeah, That bastard didn't say bye when he went to the Tron Ares event.
Wow.
Anyway, so with the first Five Nights at Freddy's missed out on that simplicity, and I you can't just suddenly do that now. You can't just go back and be like, let's just make it as one guy in this room and contending with this. But that was one of the disappointing parts. Like, the movie didn't even honor that. But I don't want to make it send them back into foot like the first one. If anything, what this movie has to do right is, freaking make it just a good movie.
We need,
make a good old movie.
Just like, I don't know, proportionalize your plot and your character shit so it doesn't feel so weird and disjointed. And then, maybe give it just a little extra ounce of, oh God, you said it a minute ago. It's give it like a Doom sequel. You know that movie? I haven't seen the whole movie, but Doom with The Rock and Carl Urban. They do one sequence where it's like heads up display, first person POV. Do like a 4-minute interlude where we're at the command station, changing between all the security screens and shining the flashlight out the door. Like we kind of saw the setup, but yeah,
a little bit.
Do one restricted POV shot.
I mean, regardless, the movie's going to be fucking massive.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be massive.
Maybe even bigger.
Maybe
and it's not going to be just day and date anymore, right? It's probably going to just be just in theaters the first. Is that what the trailer says?
I think it's going to be in theaters, only in theaters. Yeah. But to our first a couple super chats of today, like that's another great point. Is like Halloween. I remember I went to see Halloween Ends on opening night, and that was packed. Mm-hmm. It was packed, and I was like, this is available on Peacock right now. Yeah. But people want the theater experience. Five Nights at Freddy's was available on Peacock and in the theaters the same day, and it was a massive theater hit, even though people could just watch it from home. So there's some outliers, when it comes to the whole idea of streaming affecting the theatrical experience, because at the end of the day, if a movie audience truly craves it, they will get it. Yeah. And that's why I think theaters have been... Not all theaters, but I think there's a big I don't know if the right word's resurgence. There's a bigger demand now for re-releases or unique ways to experience a movie of nostalgia or love. Like, I just got tickets at the Los Feliz Theater for the original King Kong.
Cool.
Like, that ticket excites me more than a lot of other tickets for movies that are new. We're gonna go watch Back to the Future on an IMAX re-release. Like, that excites me.
They're playing Sleepy Hollow on 35mm around town sporadically this month.
Yeah, there's something about that excites me more than a new release, sadly.
Well, I think that's the one way that theaters right now can perhaps kind of really grab people is by, I think, even if you don't rush to the theater as part of your month, your week, as a movie fan or whatever, I think there is something for people that when they know they love a movie and they haven't seen it on the big screen, you kind of want to get that experience. And I think that's something that maybe theatrically reaches more people than I got to see The Smashing Machine this weekend or something like that. Sad as that is to say, like, anything indie has always had more trouble, and I think horror, like we were talking about at the top, is kind of fortunate in that, like, it's always had, at least for certain subgenres, means of bringing people in and feeling like a roller coaster and feeling like something you want to share in community. And horror movies are one of the most representative of, like, how many horror movies have you seen where people are in a theater in the movie watching a scary movie or something like that?
Definitely.
Like, horror movies carry on that mantle. So
Definitely. All right, cool. So, what did we just talk about? Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
We actually have some super chats.
Okay, cool.
About Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Ethan T.
Okay.
You guys kind of answered this question.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
All right, here we go. Ethan T. Let's get to him.
This is massive.
A new one. All right.
Massive. Okay, so we'll do Ethan T, and then we'll... We always mix this up. One day we will have a consistent formula. This is our first time doing, like, a listicle.
Yeah. This is a fun maiden voyage.
Yeah.
Is this the one? Is this Ethan T?
Happy Friday, guys.
Yeah.
Are you excited for...
FNAF 2.
There you go.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
All that talk. And I was like, what the fuck is that word?
I knew it was because I caught it. At first, when I read it, I was like, oh my God, what is that?
Lucky for you, this is a Five Nights comment.
Started talking about it, and I was like, that makes sense. Happy Friday, guys. Are you two excited for Five Nights at Freddy 2? And John, my love, any luck with a certain movie reaction?
Which one's that?
I
Oh,
don't
golly.
know.
Which reaction would this be? Are we trying to get... is it day 4012 of trying to get me to react to... Is it Beau is
The
Afraid?
chimpanzee one?
Maybe?
No, the fucking movie with with that artist.
Better Man.
Better Man.
Yes.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, C-T. I'm just going to start my own channel, and every day I'm going to upload 5 minutes of my own reaction to Better Man. And then in a couple months, you'll have the full thing.
And
I really want to watch it, though.
back to the other question here. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
That's the live chat.
We had one
haven't
more
used
come
in a
in
minute.
while you guys were talking about
John,
Five Nights at
John,
Freddy's.
you got to
Wow.
fix the stream now.
All right.
I broke it. I broke the stream, John.
Now hit pair. There you go. We're back. We're
thank
so back.
God.
I mean,
Sure.
I can man the
No,
thing,
no, it's
but-
fixed. Everyone, it's fixed.
All right.
Let's pick back up with where we left off earlier on that. We still got so many more movies to go through, but
Yeah,
I'm enjoying this talk.
FNAF
Let's
and-
cancel all the other to-dos today.
All right.
Cancel the appointment that we booked a long time ago, Alex.
Oh, no.
I don't think your wife would be very
No,
happy.
she wouldn't be.
Uh-oh. All right. We're picking it up from FNAF? Do we have
Let's
another
pick it
thing?
up from where we was earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Raccoon shampoo.
Thank you. That's what you're to do. Help us keep us on track here. Let's go back. You just missed it, John. Scroll down.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You get to calm your soul, John.
Calm your... That's right. It's different here.
There you
Did we do
go.
Totally Random Talk?
Oh, we
We
did do
did.
totally random talk. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
You're full of shit, Alex.
Oh, you're right. We didn't.
Well, and are we going in linear order?
I don't know anymore.
Because if we're just going linearly, then we should hit Reynaldo Torres.
We did do
We
that.
did that one for sure.
That
we
was the
did
first
as a
one we did.
two-part.
Yeah.
That's right. It's been so many
You know,
years.
there's
since then.
3 of us. This shouldn't be hard to keep track of
Harder
this.
now. All right. Yeah, we did Sebastian. Okay, so Totally Random Talk is next. All right.
All
Here
right.
we go.
So go.
There you go.
Alex, read it.
Hey, Greg and John,
That's
big
us.
fan. Just wondering, have either of you written anything in the horror genre? Remember, a long time ago on a podcast, you were talking about writing, Greg.
Yeah, actually, I'm really excited. I finished my. Let's put this on John while I talk and get his reaction to my progress in life. Yeah.
I'll try and lip sync to you.
I'll be speaking. I'll be doing the VO for me. I have huge nipples.
Can you milk me?
I actually finished. I've been working on something kind of throughout the year, and I've been having to do it in like 30-minute chunks because that's all I really have. It's really weird to like write a story in that amount of time, and I definitely had that feeling when the first draft was done. I'm like, this is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. I started showing it to people. I was like, okay, I guess I need to take my time with this a little bit more.
Oh no.
But then this like past week, I've been getting up like way earlier, and I'm like, I just really want to finish this draft before the end of the month. And this is what I'm excited for, because there was like, I've been fortunate enough to make enough connections where if we wanted to try to get funding or start pitching this, we could. But this is the first thing I've written, even though I wrote it as a screenplay. This is the first thing I wrote where I went, maybe it's because I've been reading so many graphic novels lately in the past couple of years, where I was like, this could be like at first a graphic novel. And I've always been a fan of the concept of doing something as a graphic novel first and then adapting it into film. I think because like you and I both like grew up on Sin City and Watchmen, like it was right around that time where everyone was doing like, hey, Frank Miller, just do his, just do whatever he's doing.
Cool graphic novel shit.
Yeah. And it was specifically Frank Miller. We're
Yeah.
like, whatever he's did,
He's the guy.
Don't change it. Yeah, just do it. I mean, I know Watchmen isn't him, but like the 300 and stuff.
Well, because you
but-
find Watchmen, and then you're like, oh man, this Alan Moore guy writes a lot.
yeah, and then Watchmen wasn't as successful of or as well received as a 1-to-1 translation, and 300 is not a 1-to-1 translation either, for clarity's sake. But my story is partly inspired by like the era of Universal monsters, in the very like truest sense, and I was like, this would be a cool like black and white graphic novel, and I love reading manga. I've only read the Attack on Titan, but reading that in black. But one of the cool things to discovering manga is that they'll be in black and white, then they'll do a very faithful adaptation. And not only is it in motion and voice work, but now it's in color then too. So I really love that approach, and that's actually what I'm considering just doing, because I'm like I I'm very proud of Chris Stuckman. I think a lot of us YouTubers are, even if they don't know Chris Stuckman. I'm very proud of him. A lot of us are. I don't see myself as someone who would be willing to be like, hey, I'm starting a Kickstarter for a movie I wrote. I don't see myself being that guy. But I can see myself taking my own personal savings and producing a graphic novel and being willing to be like, hey, if you want to buy this, I self-published. Go check it out.
You can get the rights from me.
Yeah, I had John draw every page.
Hey, I gotta get good at my charcoal drawings.
And you could tell which pages are artificial intelligence.
Yes,
That's fine. They don't know it.
as long as it's under a certain percentage, we're good.
Yeah, that's sad.
Oh,
No, I have.
boy.
I'm really excited about it. But thanks for that question.
Yeah,
All right, there's another movie on this list.
Oh,
It's one I
Snapperini.
really want to talk about here.
Snapperini.
It's called Dust Bunny.
All right, Dust Bun. Let's grab that image up here.
How's the chat? You guys, please leave a like on this video. How's the chat responding so far, Alex?
Great.
I get like a little self-conscious diving in at certain times of the stream. It comes and goes.
Oh yeah,
I
look
get
at
it.
that man. Look at that
What
man.
Is there some hatred? Oh my God, is that the I get it?
No. I was just saying I would prefer not to be on camera.
Oh, it's okay.
John flipped the camera.
All right.
You said the worst words you could have said to me.
You don't tell the monster at a haunted house you don't want them to scare you. They're gonna come scare you.
That's why they go after the girls all the time.
Somebody said, "Who's that lovely voice?" So I would just rather them like envision what they want.
Oh yeah.
Well,
We hired a porn star, people.
We can cut to an
Yeah,
animatic.
you hired a porn star
can
and
get
you put her
Tilly-
behind the
Everything I
camera.
Tilly Norwood to be you. We get Tilly Norwood.
Okay, so this is a movie called Dust Bunny coming out. I saw the trailer for this last night. I put it on the list before I saw the trailer. I don't know if it's fully a horror movie,
Yeah.
but why I'm excited for it is because it's the same guy who made the Hannibal show.
Oh yeah, Bryan Fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe was he the one who got attached to do the new Crystal Lake show or something?
I think he was for a minute, right? It wasn't Kevin Williamson.
Look, while we're here, we have this thing. We have a computer. We can type stuff in. Brian.
Fuller,
Right. Every time I hear the name Brian, I just think of Family Guy now.
Sorry, what was it? Crystal Lake?
Yeah, just type in Bryan Fuller. Maybe we can find out what we.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan mourns Bryan Fuller's Crystal Lake.
Oh, so he was going to do it, but then he's not doing it
After,
anymore.
yeah, Brad Caleb Kane takes over.
So, a guy in the chat, if you haven't seen Hannibal, it's a damn good show.
I need to see that shit.
There's one show I randomly watched. I'm now at that point in my life where I will. Before it was like this is new, popping hot. I gotta watch it. Now I just put on like random shows that no one gives a shit about anymore.
Yeah.
But I get really into them now.
entertain curiosity.
Yeah, and Hannibal was one of those, and I really like that show a lot. And the sad part about it is it never got a fourth season. And the third season it got canceled.
Yeah.
But it ends in a way where yes,
You can have it in there.
you can have it. It's a bit open ended, but kind of
but
not
it's
really.
Not like the end.
I think it's only open ended because we know there's a book called Silence of the Lambs. So,
Sure,
And if
so-
we didn't know about Silence of the Lambs, I don't think it would be so open ended.
Yeah. We got to leave it open for the eventual reboot we're not going to make of that story.
Yeah, and there was like rights issues with getting Clarice in there. But anyway, this is their weird reunion. Bryan Fuller and Mads Mikkelsen and Sigourney Weaver, who is still working nonstop.
That's how you stay young as an actor.
Especially her.
Yeah.
And she's in this with them, and I'm just excited for the fact that Mads Mikkelsen is not playing some bad guy.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know,
He's
actually.
He's like a lethal
I believe he's a
protector
good
of
guy in
sorts.
this
Yeah.
movie. And
He's
it's-
Venom.
And it's interesting to take the guy who, like, Mads Mikkelsen is often typecast as a bad guy. He's like the perfect bad guy, which is weird because when he's a good guy, he's a really great good guy. Like
He's the most
he's so
soothing
sweet,
bad
right?
guy.
Yeah. He's like it's weird. He
Yeah.
can play like the most evil dude and make it believable, and then he just kind of changes the dial a little bit, and he's an amazing like Galen Erso or something.
He and Christoph Waltz are cut from
Yes,
differently
good point.
flavored but very similar cloth. Yeah.
They both like because they don't do like a big. like bodily transformation or massive change in their voice, but
Yeah.
it's literally like a dial that they do, something on the knob of their talent, their instrument.
You turn the charm from sweet to sinister and back.
Yeah.
You know, just like
And sometimes they're like all in there.
Yeah, like as much as I'm like bored of him being typecast as a villain, he does a great job at it, and I'm excited to see him as this guy trying to kill the monsters under the bed.
Yeah.
Like it's just, that sounds like a fun, like fantastic. It's like what if was John Wick,
Yeah.
or something like that.
That's a fun one. Anyway, that's Dust Bunny.
I'm looking forward to Dust
We're
Bunny.
just promoting movies. This movie's probably not going to make any money.
Well,
I don't think it's going to do well at all. Let's move on to the next one. The next one, guys, is a film called We Bury the Dead.
Oh.
Then we should catch up on some Streamlabs and Super Chats.
Queens of the Dead.
It's called We Bury the Dead.
Oh,
And
Daisy Ridley.
it is a January movie.
Hell yes.
And if you guys have not seen the trailer for this film, I was pleasantly surprised by how engrossing I actually found the trailer.
Okay.
It's a zombie movie. And at first I'm like, this is probably going to be like a generic ass zombie movie. But there's something to be said about a zombie movie that takes itself very serious now and is very cinematic. Because how often do we get that with movies now? Yeah, I feel like with the zombie genre, it especially in film, it has to be some type of clever spin in a more like fun way. And there was something engrossing about it. And I weirdly root for this actress a lot because I feel like she's gotten a lot of unnecessary shade for playing a character in a Star Wars movie who did not ask to be a Palpatine. And she gets all this shit. And I actually think she's a really good actor. And I feel like for some reason when she pops up, people kind of assume the worst about what the movie's going to be. And I'm hoping that this movie is a success for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, horror is often a nice place to like rebrand a little bit, and also to show like, because zombie genre is famously, a less expensive genre typically, like it's a great place to like redefine and to show that you can carry a whole project. You can be physical, you can be dramatic, you can be intense. And the fact that this is something that is aiming for a bit more of an intense cinematic experience is kind of cool. Like it's weird. I remember when World War Z came out, the big complaint is like, you could have literally made 100 of this kind of movie for the price of this one movie.
Yeah.
And there's truth in that, but I feel like we're at a point now where, especially like, why not elevate the zombie movie as well? As much as people hate the term elevated when it comes to anything horror, like, I'm down for another, more thoughtful cinematic take on this.
Can you pull up the poster for a Netflix? This is when Netflix original movies were exciting to be called the Netflix original. It's called 1922.
1922 with Thomas Jane.
Yeah.
I remember that movie. All right.
This movie's messed up.
That's what I've heard. I didn't realize it.
It's a messed up movie.
Give me one that's a good size. What's wrong with you, Google?
I just go to Google. Let me just like,
I got you.
1922. So it's a Stephen King adaptation, Netflix movie. If you guys haven't seen it, it's messed up. I randomly watched this at like 3 a.m. I remember I was like in Colorado and I couldn't go to sleep, so I just put something on, and I did not expect this.
Yeah.
But it's the same director as this movie.
Okay.
And if this guy's willing to do something that is as
Bleak and
bold as that, I am way down to see what he can do in the horror genre for a zombie film. Like, pull up the log line for We Bury the Dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that we can do this now. We are slowly becoming every other podcast.
I see why they do what they do.
Now we know why they have a monitor there.
See why
and
they
a
do it.
Google Chrome there, so we can search and push out to the audience.
It definitely looks very striking in its go away iPhone ad. All right, yeah. Zach Hilditch.
What's the log line for this?
Ava, let me scroll down. Ava, a desperate woman whose husband is missing in the aftermath of a catastrophic military experiment, joins a, quote, body retrieval unit. But her search takes a chilling turn when the corpses she's burying start showing signs of life. It's a solid log line for sure.
Yeah, it's also weird to me how many zombie movies don't like to use the word zombie.
It's always it's like any gimmick in a superhero movie or the costume or something. It's like antiquated now.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, it's such a shorthand. It's weird. Like, we're at the point now where I'm like, if you use it, cool. If you have to acknowledge that you're using it or not using it, then fine.
Yeah.
It's also a trope now, you know. But this does look really cool, and it does look like it has the potential to bring that like gritty dreariness, that sort of like The Road type quality.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. As many times we've done the zombie genre, it seems like there's still new shit you can do there.
All right, John.
Yes.
We need to have like something in place now moving forward because we have to end within an hour and 20 minutes at maximum. Okay. What do I signal that is not rude? That maybe we should start concluding what we are talking about here.
Do Muppet arms.
Alex.
I was thinking I could throw just like
yeah, we're going to run out of
stuff.
pen caps, though, after a while.
caps at you guys.
Throw anything you can find.
Yeah.
We got a lot of pens.
As long as it doesn't disconnect us from the stream, you can throw anything you want.
Yeah, because like when it's Coen and I are both like, we're on a clock, we gotta move, and our anxieties are feeding each other to make sure we're moving on time.
Yeah.
And then when it's you and I, we get like really like, oh shit, we're only like
dive
3
in.
movies in.
We love to dive in.
We need to like
All
make
right.
this go
well,
fast.
because all these movies look really interesting. Yeah. This can't be a 10-hour stream.
All right, this next one. This was an exciting one to talk about. I'm really excited. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's go to the next one. Then we'll catch up on some. I promise we will. I know we got some, and I promise to catch up on.
All right. What do we
All
got?
right, so next one. I have not seen the trailer. I do not need to see the trailer.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It is a Sam Raimi movie
called
Send Help. I feel like Rachel McAdams, first off, has never quite gotten the illustrious career she deserves. Same for this guy, Dylan O'Brien.
Dilly B.
He's another actor who I feel like these are 2 actors. They both do look like the 2 kind of leads you would see in a Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
There's an whole universe where this is fucking Spider-Man and Mary Jane, or the cast of Drag Me to Hell, or Evil Dead. Like you could totally see.
He's our new Dark Man.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of people you would see in a Sam Raimi film.
Oh my goodness.
But we can at least read the plot line, right? Okay, so the plot line. What is the plot of this movie?
Oh, they're like stranded on an island or something, right? Or they're stranded somewhere?
Yeah. I'm always excited for a Sam Raimi original.
Yeah.
More than any, like whenever he does like some IP, it's like, it's cool and I'm excited, of course. But yeah, the plot of this is 2 colleagues become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. On the island, they must overcome past grievances and work together to survive. But ultimately, it's a battle of the wills and wits to make it out alive. Now, I've seen some like imagery without audio, kind of like what we're looking at right now on IMDb. And the speed of it, you could just see that Sam Raimi fervor is so prevalent throughout this entire like cinematic language. And when he's lower budget, the freedom to be an artist shows so much more.
Oh yeah.
And whenever it's like a big budget, there's something there where like, I don't know why, I get a sense you were a little sad making this movie.
Well, yeah, it doesn't seem like you're able to do
Yeah.
exactly what you wanted to do, and yeah, you probably couldn't get his career. Like, I don't know, he still makes a lot of lemonade out of that stuff, but yeah, when he's like restricted and kind of on his own to do his thing, there's more interesting stuff that comes out of that, and it's more flavorful and exciting.
Yeah, and this is from like the tagline. She's the boss now that I'm seeing on IMDb. I guess this is like going to be one of those cathartic experiences of sticking it to your boss.
I guess, and like too, because like this has like
Let's move away from the moving images.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'll show too much.
The tagline or the log line, you know, has this interesting hook of like, you know, drama and stuff, and it seems like there's potential with them getting stranded on this island for like, you know. I know Lord of the Flies type stuff is in, and you know, I don't know. There's like all this stuff that flirts with this could be like a horror, but it might just be a thriller. It might just be like a weird emotional thriller, and I'm like kind of curious as to, like, this feels like Sam Raimi's going back to like, you know, it's low budget horror shit, but also it could just be like a low budget psychological drama with, you know, 2 big actors.
Maybe, and I think the thing that people often forget with Sam Raimi is, you know, we'll think of the horror, but people forget he's usually a horror comedy. Mm-hmm. And almost everything he does, it's horror the comedy side.
Yeah.
Which is something I know some people have a hard time getting on board with.
There's a lot of slapstick on this island.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little.
Coconut's gonna fall on his head, and then she's gonna like vomit in his face at some point, like a bunch of goo.
But he kind of invented a language with the he like sort of invented a language with the camera that a lot of people have aped since he's done it.
Very emphatic, yeah, like punch in and Dutch it, really fast, and like really use the movement of the camera to and like accentuate things on screen.
Yeah, it's very rare where a filmmaker comes along and then you watch a bunch of other movies to this day where a shot happens or something like, oh, that's very Sam Raimi. That's very Sam Raimi. I don't think he gets enough credit for that as one of those that influential of a director, because I don't feel like his movies are ever hailed as one of the greatest. Yeah. But his style, he's done something where it is fucking everywhere, and people will often be like, "That's such a Sam Raimi shot. That's such a Sam Raimi vibe. Anything in the fucking woods and cabin, like that's such a Sam Raimi thing, And anything with like a force that's moving at like a kind of a speed or a crank, is very
emphatic crash zoom.
Yeah, more now. Sometimes Edgar Wright gets that like thing, but that's normally more in the editing style. Yeah. What I think what happens to Edgar Wright when people are like, "This is very Edgar Wright," but Sam Raimi, like the choices he decided to do with the lens.
Yeah,
it's only Sam Raimi. Now it's like you kind of the way there's like the Ken Burns of the zoom in on iMovie. Like there's a shot called Ken Burns now. There should be something like that for Sam Raimi. There should be a shot called like the Sam Raimi shot.
He's probably, I'm sure there's another name to bring up, but he's probably one of those guys who like, oh, this is a name you could bring up as one of the influences on so many films more than alongside all the people that you would hear, obviously. Like, oh, everyone says Fincher or Paul Thomas Anderson or Tarantino or whoever else. Like, I feel like Spielberg. I feel like there's a lot of Raimi stuff. He worked on, what was it? I don't know. He shot some stuff for the Coens on like Hudsucker Proxy or whatever. So like even in their shit that is inspiring other people, like he's got hands on it. So
hell yeah. All right, we took care of a popular one.
We did.
So let's go to the Streamlabs.
Let's go to the Streamlabs. Woo! All right.
This time, raccoon shampoo
on the super.
On the super.
Okay, we'll go to let's go there first, John.
All right, let's do it.
I got you, John.
Let's do that raccoon.
And then we're gonna go to the streams.
All right.
And we're gonna continue through this amazing list.
This amazing list. All right, raccoon.
Just control F it.
Shampoo, raccoon.
I probably went the sham. Did you find it?
Yeah. Let me scroll to where you
there
can
you
see
are.
it. This one, Alex?
Nope. Oh, that's where we're picking up with from where we left off at.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alex, there's a difference between Streamlabs and Super
I know.
I swear.
I have
this
two
is why you don't hire porn stars to be people who
I have two different browsers
operate
open.
behind the scenes.
To the
That's why
previous,
they only work in front of the camera.
to the previous question, I have written some horror stuff, and one of them is online. If you look up "Goodnight" short horror film from Fun Size Horror,
we will talk about The Mummy.
Yes,
that
was the next.
Very
one.
excited. Very excited.
I mean, we're here. Let's talk about the Mummy. Let's talk about the Raccoon shampoo. The Mummy.
Raccoon shampoo.
We'll help speed this slow. We'll give us okay.
All right, we can. Yeah, we'll skip to the date of the Mummy.
All right, here we go.
All right.
So let's pull up an image of the Mummy here.
Pull up
Raccoon shampoo's asking about the Mummy. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, Raccoon shampoo.
So for you guys who don't
poster.
know, actually it's a nice transition considering we just talked about Sam Raimi, who helmed the Evil Dead franchise. Okay. So there's a couple mummies in the works right now. Blumhouse wants to Universal wants to pick back up the Mummy franchise in their own way.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Like traditional, more fun.
We're raiding an old tomb and he's come back to life.
Yeah, whatever the weird Tom Cruise one is. And then they have, there's talks about a Mummy 4. But Lee Cronin is the man who did Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Which we loved.
Yeah, Evil Dead Rise.
We loved that one. It's not really fun, but we loved it.
That's the thing. It's weird. Once you get out of Raimi territory in Evil Dead, yeah, you're like, these aren't really fun, but they're good. They're well done.
Yeah, that is the odd part, right? Like that no one knows how to do that with Evil Dead, but Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is the only one who knows how to keep it fun and horror,
which I appreciate. But yeah, it is like they're fun, but in a really mean way.
Yeah, like you just kind of succumb to it.
You can tell Fede Alvarez or Lee Cronin are giggling behind the camera.
But anyway, this is going to be the more serious Mummy interpretation.
Yeah.
I mean, the hands kind of look misleading because they look a little bit more Wolfman-like. But it was fun. Like
the rags.
I watched the. Have you seen the original Mummy movie with Boris Karloff?
Boris Karloff. It's been a minute, but yeah.
People also might not realize Boris Karloff played everyone back then.
He did.
He was the go-to for every actor, every famous Universal monster.
Yeah.
But he was the original Imhotep.
Uh-huh.
And Imhotep is the main character he follows. So what a lot of people will associate with the Mummy is the Brendan Fraser one, where Arnold Vosloo.
Justice for Arnold Vosloo.
Arnold Vosloo, who is not like he speaks in this Egyptian tongue, and he's a real like supernatural bad guy. Or in the original Mummy, I didn't expect this when I was watching it with the missus. He's just a dude walking around with a book.
He's just a guy.
He's the mummy bandage guy for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time he's just like Imhotep casting spells
He's
and
just
getting
in
away with
robes
shit.
and his little fez hat. And he just wants
his little fez hat, just walking around and fucking killing people and getting whatever he wants done in this modern society of his.
Yeah.
And
just picks up where he left off.
And so going back to and so when I'm looking at the what we got here for this new Mummy movie, I feel like it's going to go back to Imhotep being the main character, and perhaps not a swashbuckling guy trying to stop the mummy. I think this time we will actually focus on the mummy as being a protagonist. Hopefully, I think that would be an incredible new way to do it, and would be refreshing, especially for the mummy.
Dude, have it be like some kind of home invasion movie where the mummy wakes up in his tomb and he's like, oh shit, there are people in my tomb. I got to get them the hell out of here. I got to kick their asses and swallow their souls so that I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then he it's the mummy's the hero and the villains are just the archaeologists who should have left well enough alone.
I know there's like there's a joke
I
you're
think
making,
that would be very fun. It would be funny, but it would also be a cool ass movie. Tell me it wouldn't be. Tell me your idea wouldn't work.
I mean, that seems like a much better concept. Like that Tom Cruise one was. It's fun in its own way, but it is not the direction the Mummy needs right now. And nor do I think it's the Mummy 4 either, even though I think more people will be excited for the Mummy 4 than this. But this is Universal's, like we talked about Rule of 3 earlier. Invisible Man was 1.
Yes.
2, Wolfman, we didn't even, I have almost no interest in watching it. And it was not well received by like anyone. Like
not what anybody wanted.
Nobody likes it apparently, and I'm sure there's someone in the chat being like, "Well, actually, I did." Well, you're not the. These things go by majority sometimes, and that's all we follow, majority opinion.
Well, yeah, it's like a character like that has to galvanize people. You know, there's got to be a Wolfman every generation or something, and for it to come and go is kind of a bummer.
But if this one doesn't do well, I think sometimes people I will also can ideas, and sometimes in threes. So they're going with this one. They've committed to this one. But I think if this one doesn't pan out, then they're going to be like, shit, no, we can't.
People don't like mummies anymore.
People don't like these singular focused, low budget, more real versions of these characters.
Yeah.
They're going to want some. Let's go back to big. Let's do more Dracula's Untolds and stuff like that.
Oh golly, I think if he really makes this something striking, I think this could be really cool. If you go limited budget, but you really make it like, what would it be like if you and your family stumbled across this ancient mummy and unlocked a curse or something like that? You could do that in a way that's pretty fun and visceral and has a new aesthetic.
You know, I gotta say, I feel really bad about what I said about the Wolfman because I haven't seen it and I'm totally I'm writing it off before I've even seen it. That's not right. I shouldn't do that.
I mean, to
just
each
laughing.
their own.
I'm like, I take this so serious. I'm like, oh no, I just disregarded the whole movie because.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair feeling to have. I have that feeling a lot. And I try and be. I want to watch The Wolfman 2. I want to watch it because I like Lee Winnell and everyone involved is good. It just like even from the outside and from talking to people I know who love Wolfman stuff, You're like, yeah, like it's a kind of cool like horror drama, but it's not like exhilarating or fresh the way Invisible Man was. So yeah, it's like my motivation is low.
Yeah.
I feel like a Wolfman should stand out, or a Mummy should. These tentpole monsters should stand out,
Yeah, they should. Well, just to really make things more chaotic.
Let's go.
Let's move on then to
January.
Let's move on to December of 2026 now.
Oh my, we're doing the year inside out.
We're talking about werewolves.
Oh,
So,
dude, yeah, absolutely.
There's one I just remembered.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone in the chat's brought it up yet,
Uh-oh.
but Robert Eggers is doing a werewolf movie.
Werewolf.
This is his new thing. I think this is what all roads have led to for this guy. This is what he's been trying to get to his entire career.
Yes.
He was like, if I can fucking just pave a path and I get Nosferatu done, then I can finally remake all of them the way I want. The way they should be.
Yeah, with the utmost historical realism.
I mean, honestly, like there's so many Frankenstein properties. And I'm looking forward to Guillermo del Toro's. I'm not as excited as I want to be.
Fair. I think there are multiple levels to be excited about that.
But if you told me Robert Eggers is doing a
Let's do the
Frankenstein
Frankenstein
movie, I'd be like, whoa, that's going to be a crazy. So anyway, before we lose,
I think he was working on one and then he abandoned it or something.
because he has a special ear for language.
Yeah.
You know, he's credited for it's to the point where even if I don't know what authentic time period accents or voices or dialect or vocabulary is, but when I watch his movies, it certainly sounds like it. I'm like, yeah, that must be it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to question it. So he's doing Werewolf, which is what is the? Can you put up the? Yeah, okay. What's it say right there, John?
In medieval Britain, a mysterious creature stalks the foggy countryside, transforming local folklore into terrifying reality as villagers face an ancient supernatural threat.
I think it's going to be in the 1300s. The main rumor is that Aaron Taylor Johnson will be playing the werewolf.
Fun,
which is great.
A great werewolf.
I think someone in a previous live stream brought them up to us. How are you feeling about this? You were a much bigger fan of Nosferatu than I was.
Yeah.
I mean, you like the original Nosferatu a lot.
Yeah.
And you're a big fan of the remake.
Yeah.
And there is some, even though there's something strange about this where we talk about November. I think November you shouldn't do horror movies. That's just like my weird rule.
Sure.
I will still watch them, but I'm like, I don't feel like it's a smart move. But there's something to be weird about, like Nosferatu weirdly fits as a random movie you would watch at horror timing during the Christmas season. Yeah. And Werewolf to me seems like another one that would weirdly, maybe because there's something like traditional about it, and there's a wintry aspect to it, you know?
Both of them don't like necessitate it, but they both have a strong tradition of being set in cold places where you want to get out of the cold and into someplace warm.
Yeah.
And it's also like usually they're period pieces, and there's like a lot of period Christmas stuff, and you think of like Scrooge and whoever else like coming in out of the cold. So like I think it makes it weirdly. I'll make exceptions, for werewolves and vampires later on in the year. But I think this is a really cool idea. And I mean, I know for some people, Robert Eggers doing Nosferatu is a little bit like him playing the hits, or, kind of going towards something that's kind of been an inspiration to other things that he's done. I understand he wrote this with the guy he co-wrote Northman with. So I wonder if this will have an element of savagery.
Only one I haven't seen of his.
Same. Or no, I haven't seen The Lighthouse either. That was a lie. But yeah, like this seems like a great. I'm really excited, partly because this seems like a great chance for him to take on a type of story, but not a specific story. So he can kind of do his own thing. It's like The Witch is, like what does his witch story look like and sound like? And I'm excited to hear what his wolf story looks like and sounds like. And for the intersection of like physicality that comes with a wolf story and also the themes that come with a wolf story,
Yeah.
I think he can make something that's, really fraught and anguished and feverish in a different way, in what feels to me like it would be a bit more, I don't know, blood rushy than Nosferatu. Like Nosferatu is very deliberate and cold and airy and chilly, and it definitely gets intense at times, but I feel like this could be like a more predominantly intense experience given the nature of the beast.
And he's the only director where I don't laugh at fucking making your werewolf movie titled Werewolf.
Yeah. I'm just like, well, of course, that's probably how they spelled it in whatever,
Any other director, I'd be like, what a pretentious. But for some reason, Robert Eggers, I'm like, cool.
I expect this from you.
Let's go.
How else could we spell? I'm surprised there's not an umlaut anywhere in there.
I'm so excited, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I could see it being the way how Scorsese and DiCaprio have found a kinship. I could see that happening with him and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Scorsese first worked with DiCaprio on Gangs of New York, I didn't fully believe, to this day, when I watch Gangs of New York, I don't fully believe DiCaprio in that movie. I still see a guy acting. In fact, I would say that carried on in The Aviator. But
He's trying so hard.
But Departed, and afterwards, it was like, whoa,
the man.
I now really believe anything this guy does now.
Yeah.
And I felt that way with Aaron Taylor Johnson and Nosferatu. And I later found out that other people felt similar with Aaron Taylor Johnson and Nosferatu. But I love the idea that he has faith in him, and that perhaps if he is the werewolf,
he seems like a perfect call for something like that.
Yeah, he's been buff for many years, and he's been trying to like fucking.
He already looks like a wolf man.
Yeah, he's really been trying,
and he's got chops.
Yeah.
So.
Alex, you're giving me a look. What does that look mean?
It's almost 1:40.
Oh, I'm aware. My life. I got 2 hours of sleep because I ran into one of those situations last night where I was like, oh my God, if I go to bed now, I'm only going to get 6 hours. Oh, fuck, I'm only going to get 5 hours. Oh, I got all this work to do in the morning. Oh, shit, maybe I should just get some work done.
I always, on days I know I'm not going to sleep much, I'd sleep less.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I saw it's funny.
Then I have control over how little sleep I get.
I saw it's very funny as Instagram that was like, oh, if I could only get 8 hours of sleep. And the guy said, okay, so what if you decided to go to bed 8 hours before you had to wake up? I'm like, it's funny. And I'm like, anytime I actually have the opportunity to do that, I can never fall asleep.
I can never. Yeah,
I'm like, what? I could do this? I just can't now.
Now I got the time. Oh no, I should do something.
Even when I'm like laying down, I'm like, I can't. Now I'm too excited that I could get 8 hours of sleep.
Now I'm all upbeat. Now I got a second wind.
My brain is not healthy. All right, cool. Now we're doing. I mean, we've knocked off more on the. I'm enjoying the talk, but here, let's go to the.
You have 19 more.
Of movies?
Yeah.
No, 19 more movies or 19 more Streamlabs?
19 more movies.
Oh no, we're gonna get some fun Streamlabs out of the way. We're gonna Streamlabs right here.
All right.
So last week, last time, we were making a joke. Where this man who did this is Chris Wamoff. He gave $500 last week. Crazy amount. Yeah. He's done that before, and so I tried finding his Instagram earlier, and I don't know what his. I don't know if he deleted his Instagram or not.
Oh my God, Chris, come back.
So, yeah, hit me up, Chris, if you're watching this. So we made a joke of like it would be funny if he just contributed like once, like a bunch of one, because on Streamlabs you can contribute $1. Like you should just contribute 500 of $1.
So freaking funny, dude.
And then we totally missed it. Like we didn't, because he started giving them like in the next morning or some shit.
Yeah, he gave him a few days later.
Yeah, so he started doing. Right let's start reading these. There's not 500. He gave up after a while.
I love this. It's where's the Scat Man John?
Scat Man.
I'm the Scat Man. Skibbity
Jack Black, right? Yeah.
Skibbity dum dum dum. Yo dum dum dum. Skibbity dum dum. I like you really transcribed this. Beep ba 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 da boom. Ba 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 da ba da ba da beep ba 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 da boom. Ba 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 da ba beep ba 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 da boom. Ba 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 da ba skibbity dum dum dum. Dum dum. I'm the Scat Man. Where's the Scat Man?
How many did he do? I'm gonna speed round count this really quick because the annoying part of the Streamlabs is it takes time. Just for any one, it takes time to do this. It's not just like a click and you're done. It's like you have to commit to doing this.
It's a Scooby-Dooby melody.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You know, it's a 24. Okay. No, 25, 26. I just missed the top ones. Go to the top.
Oh, this cat man.
Oh man! Oh my God! No, you got like 30 something. Oh, he's got no more of a time.
Everybody.
Oh, I know he's
stutters
well
over
over
this.
40 actually.
Check out my
Well
message
over
to you.
40 of these.
As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. I'm just kidding. Can do it. So can you. Everybody's saying that this cat man stutters, but this doesn't ever stutter when he sings.
But go to October 17th,
Okay.
which is not October 15th.
October 15th. Apparently doing those little
Yeah,
by
let's show it
little.
on screen. We can't see it.
Oh my God. Okay, where is it? Yeah.
So
apparently.
apparently doing these little. Go. You can
Apparently
read
doing those little by little definitely flex your account for fraud. So I'll stop there and just say you guys are awesome. I love you. Oh, it's so funny.
We love you. I really tried finding. I tried 2 days. I tried right away after this last week's stream, and I tried again actually earlier today. I can't find your Instagram, and I was looking through my prior messages. Can you just message me, buddy, so I could? I want to send you a voice message to thank you. But yeah, this is fucking hilarious.
Funny, man.
This is really funny.
They called you
The
up from the
official
bank.
count is 45.
45. Yeah. Thank you,
Dude.
Alex. I knew we hired you for a reason.
The bank called. They're like, someone is very inefficiently trying to steal all your money. Do you want us to put a stop to this? Or reimburse you
But that's how
$40
people will steal, though. They'll do little chunks at a time. That happened to us. They do little chunks at a time, and then so so the person won't notice.
So it blends in with your normal purchasing, yeah.
But let's go to Hassan Ali since we're here at the Streamlabs.
Yeah, let's do it. Skip it, dip, dum, ba, da, bo.
Alex, do you know how to access the Streamlabs?
I have it.
Oh,
All right, let her read it.
Let's do
Let her
Steven.
read it.
Greg has no faith in me.
Let our Tilly Norwood do this.
Steven.
She doesn't even know who
first.
Tilly Norwood is.
Alex.
I don't,
Catch up with the times. My favorite actor.
but I'll go and Google him after this.
No. So Steven's the one.
Steven.
My bad.
Esteban.
Steven said, I love horror films that offer something different, which is why I loved recently released Good Boy Shot from a dog point of view. Also loved in a violent nature shot entirely from the killer's point of view looking. Have you seen or heard of them? Would recommend. From UK.
All right, I want you to read that all again now
Yeah.
in a British accent.
In a British.
I wasn't sure if I was reading it right.
I love horror films.
You offer something different. Whoa,
I love horror.
all the recently released Good Boy.
I want to see a good boy. I do.
I'll see a Good Boy.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that pop over there. Yeah, I have heard this Good Boy movie is good. So yeah, there's this dog movie from a.
Dog's perspective.
I mean, that's a title in and of itself. It's like a Christian themed movie.
Yeah.
A dog's perspective.
A dog's perspective. Yeah. Didn't that come out like a year ago?
Is that a real movie?
Yeah.
Is that a movie?
something. It's a dog something. A dog's
would have like a-
purpose. There you go. And a dog's
It would be like
journey.
Jupiter, a dog's perspective.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh goodness, I want to see both of these quite a bit. Violent Nature's been out for longer, but yeah, I think Good Boy just played Beyond Fest.
Good Boy's getting a lot of praise. Did you see that they were trying to get they said some statement of the filmmakers or the studio was that animals should get consideration for Oscar nominations.
To give that Good Boy an award.
I'm like, there's no fucking way this dog would ever. He wouldn't even register what's happening. I don't know.
Well, if you
Can you
make it
imagine
out
if
of
they actually
bacon,
made a real fight about it? And
that would be super cool.
we're going to give artificial intelligence more rights before we give animals more rights.
You know what? If we have a Tilly Norwood, fucking A, nominate that dog.
Yeah.
Like literally nominate the dog then.
Tilly Norwood will be your daughter's best friend in the future.
That dog is an animal act. Yeah, you'll have to buy a cameo from Tilly Norwood for your kid's birthday.
She's not listening. She doesn't think we're
She
talking to
doesn't
her.
like Tilly Norwood very much.
We're talking to you directly.
Oh, sorry.
We're
I'm
talking to
reading
you
the
about
comments.
Tilly Norwood. Oh golly!
You
Thank-
guys aren't right in my ears.
We feed
either.
off your reactions.
we
You're
feed
the
off
one
your-
audience member here
we
today.
feed off how much you're cringing at our.
All right, there's a
commentary.
delay in the chat, so if we make a joke, we don't know if it's funny until like 45 seconds later.
Yeah, yeah. Give us them sweet delayed laughs, people, so we know we're okay. All righty, we want to go up to Hasana Ali.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was actually a lot of comments about this.
Yes.
Any chance of Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 reactions, or are you boycotting them?
Yeah, what is our rule now with them?
I mean, Victor Salva.
Are we going to be the only
guy.
people who don't cover them?
I don't know. I mean, like, I've seen the original Jeepers Creepers, and I liked it a lot when I saw it.
I've never seen it.
And I don't know.
Does he get the money? Like, who gets the money? And what is the line
It's
here?
the one movie where we should go on there and be like, we are going to document how we pirate this particular movie.
and how we inadvertently are promoting this movie.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to donate whatever the movie would have cost to rent to survivors of whatever heinous crimes that Victor Salva. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the guy's a monster, the director.
Yeah. I don't know what to do there, honestly.
Well, you never like these conversations. This is where conversations get really confusing to me, honestly, of how to navigate these waters in terms of filmmakers, because it's like it's hardest when it's either the director or the lead actor.
Yeah,
because it's really easy to go, well, they're not the only ones who worked on this movie. That is so true. There's a bunch of other people that worked on this movie. And it's not like when I hear Jeepers Creepers, I think of the director's name. Mm-hmm. I actually never remember the director's name until you mentioned it.
I remember his name because of this.
Oh, yeah, okay. But I never commit that man's name to memory.
Yeah.
And I've heard we've been asked to react to this movie for years now, and I am so weary of touching the territory of Jeepers Creepers because I don't know what happens if we do.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Here's the honest to God feeling that I have currently in this moment in time.
Yeah.
Even if it was 5% of, let's say there was an actual 5% of someone who is a victim of a similar crime.
Yeah.
Shows up in our comment boxes.
Yeah.
Like it's a real victim. Maybe not directly a victor, but of a similar crime.
Yeah.
I would immediately be like, fuck, we should take this off.
Yeah.
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 I immediately regret this decision. it would be one of those cases.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
I
I
mean-
know it's weird because people make passes all the time for other directors and other filmmakers, and we certainly have been like, fuck it, just do this. Like, I don't know if we've done Rosemary's Baby. Have we? I've lost track.
I don't think so.
Like,
And there's weird stuff about like, well, it was before we knew about this.
I know,
or that,
right?
or, you
It's
know,
like the weird one. It's well, we didn't know yet, so it's okay now.
This was at a point in time when,
know?
yeah.
The Mel Gibson movies are often can be a debate as well. And when it comes to this, though, this is one where the story of the director is the one thing that, even though I never remember his name, I get it's just so ugly of a crime. Not to say the other crimes that other people haven't done are ugly, but it's just so particularly
well, and it's
one of the worst.
it's one of the worst, and it's like it's quite criminal what he did versus, and not to play the spectrum fully, but you know, like there's a difference between having some really shitty opinions and voicing them and being drunk and belligerent and whatever versus like what Victor Salva did. It's different. It's a different layer of heinousness, and Jeepers Creepers is his baby. It's like he wrote and directed it. It's his thing he created. So
Well,
like,
Alex is a mother. What do you think? She doesn't even know the story behind this guy.
I looked it up.
he downloads PDF files
Yeah.
on the regular.
Well, needless to say, we're not gonna.
he did.
You're not gonna cover it anytime soon, right now.
Well, it was more than just that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is yeah. There's a reason we've said no for many years. To
He's
covering
not
this.
just downloading. He is a PDF file
Believe
himself.
me, we know the Jeepers Creepers reaction would get a lot of views. We we know it would, but it's the other stuff where I'm like, I feel too uncomfortable. But yeah, let's move on a little bit to Danby.
He is a Jeepers Creeper.
For sure. Ironic, right? Yeah. Danby 900, then we'll continue on with our list because we got several other movies to talk about.
We do.
According to Alex, we got 29. We got to wrap that up in
I did not say 29.
1 hour.
I said 19.
Oh, thank God.
29.
Oh, we got 19. We got plenty of time.
We got 19 and an
She's
honorable
stressing
mention.
us out for. It's not including all the super chats we got.
Yeah. Should we do another one?
No, let's go through the Streamlabs really quick.
We got
here.
Dan V900 in here.
Yeah, Dan V.
Read it with enthusiasm. Read it for enthusiasm. Come on there, Alex.
Come on.
Well, now I have too much
with the
pressure.
reading.
Go on, you go to-
Speaking of horror shows, Greg, what were your thoughts on the finale of Alien Earth?
Didn't watch it.
If you finished it.
I was not a fan.
I was not a fan.
Me neither. Sorry, Alex.
Do you want to read it, Greg?
I'm just trying to throw you off, Alex.
Seeing the alien in broad daylight while being a pet plus, how everything.
What the fuck do they do in this finale?
A pet plus,
There's
how
just some stuff in
everything
this finale.
escalated so much with the hybrids didn't work for me.
What? I don't even know what happened. I stopped after episode 2. I don't know what happened here.
Oh wow, you got a journey to go on. Episode 5 is a mini
I like
alien
this
movie.
experience more.
Yes.
Like, what are they doing?
Yes.
It's a fucking pet in broad daylight?
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
Sort of.
Okay. Did you watch it?
I watched in real time like the first half, and then I saw the rest of it like in high speed whilst looking for thumbnail images.
Yeah. You did all the thumbnails, right?
So I know what happens roughly in the second part of the show. But I would like to finish watching it. I mean, episode 5 is like an actual alien movie isolated to an episode, which looks pretty sick. And then there's some interesting conclusions and stuff. I get why it's weird. It's one of those things where like you can kind of trip the light of the context, and yes, I get why people don't like what they did. I think there are interesting things about it, but yeah, I won't say too much. But it is certainly an understandably divisive choice.
I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't in love with it.
I wasn't like this is. It didn't have quite the level of like. I don't want to say depth and sound pretentious, but like I don't know. Knowing Noah Hawley's reputation, I expect it to be a little less superficial from what I had seen, especially in the early episodes. I was like, oh, this is kind of themes clearly stated. You know, it's pretty straightforward in terms of like how it articulates itself.
Yeah.
But I think some of the things that they wanted to explore were interesting.
Some people loved it or hated the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But I was in the camp of like, yeah, it's
pretty cool.
It's cool, but I'm not. I don't really. I'd rather watch Last Man on Earth.
Hey, shouts
Right
out
now.
to friend
Let
of the
me-
channel, Will Forte.
Let me continue this Will Forte show that ended many years ago instead.
That's some
And
beauty
then
of the future.
Davy900 follows it up with this. Read it, Alex. I'm going to do that thing where I just read with my lips.
As a rec, if you have never seen it, and I wouldn't expect you to a reaction, The Monster Squad is a very fun film from the 80s, co-written by Shane Black. Think Goonies, but the kids fight the universal monsters where they idolize the films only for them to be real. I can hear you. Sounds like you're chewing.
Monster Squad is actually a relatively well-loved movie.
Well, I've never seen Goonies, and Goonies is on the list to react to. I'm assigned to that, aren't I, Alex? I believe I'm assigned to that.
Yes, you are with Tara.
Oh, I'm doing that with Tara?
Yeah.
That's going to be a loud video.
That's gonna be a
I've
loud
heard
video.
that the Goonies is a loud movie to begin with.
There are a couple Monster Squad reactions out there. It's a bit of a cult classic.
Sticking with Goonies.
So
We're
I
sticking
should
with
stick you
Goonies.
guys in Studio B.
Yeah.
All right,
We have a rule of thumb here of like, if this is going to be the louder reaction,
put it in B.
you put them in B.
In the icebox.
Yeah. yeah.
Put them in the icebox.
Yeah, the icebox
This will
studio.
teach you to be so
Yeah.
loud.
Calm
Can't
down, you
move
three
your
men.
vocal cords.
All right, cool. Let's continue on with our list then here, John.
Cool.
Thank you for those Streamlabs and for all the super chats that came in. We promise we never end a stream without doing them all.
Without doing all.
Good thing the next appointment is a 5-minute drive from here.
Hey.
So-
It's not. It's in Van Nuys.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was that the
North-
one in Burbank?
North Hollywood.
Why?
I don't know. That's the one they delivered it to.
I have to go all the way over there?
Yeah.
My wife was very misleading on this information. I blame you.
No. No. I told her
No,
he's
no,
not
no.
going to like this, and I'm going to blame you.
Oh.
Then we all blame John.
She said, it's 5 minutes. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
What's the drive time from here?
Let's see.
Well-
I just sent her the address. It's North Hollywood, not Van Nuys.
Oh, God, Alex. All this misleading information. And by the way, my wife's never wrong.
Make your mind up.
16 minutes.
Oh, boy. Okay. You know what? I've had enough anxiety attacks over the last 48 hours. Woo! We'll make it work.
We'll make it fun.
I'll go there, show up, do what I got to do, and then run right back here and make it for the next shoot. It's
okay.
It's all going to work out just fine.
I'll cover whatever your next
And
shoot
she's never
is.
wrong.
Be in, coach.
Hey, John. Greg
What?
might be late for his next shoot.
No,
Good to
I
know.
won't.
We're
I
set.
won't. We're going to start around fucking
We're
time.
set.
today.
We're good.
All right. So next on the list, we got 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Oh, I was right. Cool. We're back in January 2026.
I think this movie is going to flop.
I am afraid for it.
The first, okay, so 28 years later, this is not at all speaking on our opinion of 28 years later. We really enjoyed the situation. Nor when it came out on VOD did it seem to have a surge in numbers. And honestly, like this trailer kind of came out and then it came out. When the first one came out 28 years later, people were like, that won awards for being... the trailer was way better received than the movie ever was.
Yeah.
It's just as a narrative of the trailer and the style and the emotion it had. I remember the trailer. I saw it like once or twice. And then this trailer comes out and it looks really good and a solid sequel. And I'm excited for it. I bet you're excited for it.
I am excited for it.
But boy, did the conversation not carry on at all after this trailer came out. There's like almost no excitement for this movie. I've lost sight of I don't want to talk about 20 years later anymore, right? It's going to fail. It's going to fail at the box office. What more is there to say?
I
It's
hope
going
it
to
does
fail. We're not
okay.
going to get the Killian. Here's the ironic part.
Yeah.
Here's the truly ironic part. If they pull up just a photo of Cillian Murphy so people know what we're talking about from 28 years later,
All right.
this movie, I think they should just go through with the next 28 years later movie either way. Because if you did the 28 years later Cillian Murphy one,
Yeah.
regardless if Bone Temple's a success or not, I think this would be a success
Yeah.
because he's back.
If you bring your boy back.
You bring the main character back from the first one, and like this was everyone's introduction to his penis, and then after the thing, but also his acting talent.
Also, yeah, it's a tough 1-2 punch to orchestrate as an actor, but he did. He really did.
He's an amazing actor.
He
He's
is.
incredible in that movie. When I rewatched it, I did not remember that movie much at all, and I certainly didn't remember how incredible a performance he gives in
He's
that film.
terrific in that movie.
And I did find myself going, it would be pretty interesting to see where this guy's at, after all these years when he thought this virus was done with.
Yeah,
You know?
especially because he was supposed to not live through the first movie.
Exactly. It would be really cool. So even if 20 years I hope there's some type of weird negotiation they can make that, because if they're saying it all depends on this one doing well, but at 20 years later, Bone Temple, I just don't believe will actually do well.
I mean, unless it's, I don't know what the budget is. I know they have a couple of name actors like Ray Fiennes and stuff. I hope it does well. I want it to do well. I think it could do modestly depending on, like, it seems like these hit really more in the UK. And there's like cultural stuff about, especially the ending, the cliffhanger, the first one that ties into like stuff that's more pertinent and like people, just stuff that people are more aware of.
Right.
So I don't know. It's also coming out like in tight succession. So I wonder if people are gonna get confused and think this is some kind of DLC like 1.5 like extended version of the movie and not quite realize that it's like a fully, like, I know it should be obvious, but like, this is a fully other sequel.
For sure.
Well,
I don't know. Guys in the chat, are you guys excited for this movie still?
are you still chatting?
If you are, what should we call the chat? Everyone calls our live stream chat.
Subjects.
Subjects.
Yes.
Real
Our clients.
Subjects.
Clients in the chat. Our benefactors.
People in the waiting room.
Our patrons. Just call everyone a patron. No matter if they're a Patreon or not. They're patronizing our content.
Are you excited for this? Let's
Me?
move on here,
Yes.
John. Okay, so we're going to keep this traditional then. Before we wanted to hop around between these, but due to circumstances and stream delay, we have to keep it traditional now.
Definitely.
Let's move on to this movie called Psycho Killer.
Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Can you pull up the IMDb for this, actually?
Absolutely can. Oh, hey, that's us.
So this movie stars Georgina Campbell,
Cool.
who you guys might know from Barbarian. And it's from the same producers of Barbarian and Weapons.
Ooh.
She's incredible in Barbarian.
Truly.
I don't really know what else she has done, But the fact that they're bringing her back here, and the trailer itself kind of reminded me a bit of the Longlegs trailer, but it looks like a little bit more deranged. Like, it's called Psycho Killer, and it looks to be living up to it.
Sure.
And I'm excited to see what more work Georgina might get down the road, because we're constantly on the lookout for like potential future Scream Queens and what avenue that might open up. And I really feel like for her, she could be that, because she's not like a Scream Queen. She plays character from this trailer and then from Barbarian. She doesn't play like a traditional type of Scream Queen, quote unquote. She has characters with a lot more agency, and particularly in this trailer too. Pull up the IMDb log line. Pull up the log line for this movie.
A police officer tracks a killer after her husband, a highway patrolman, becomes one of his victims. From the twisted writer of Sesevenen and 8 Mama.
But John, what are you looking forward to about this film?
Yeah, I mean, like, especially, the things in the trailer that harken to like satanic panic and stuff like this. Like, this looks like it has both the elements of a, highway slasher type movie, but with a lot of demonic, occult type imagery. The mask is pretty like sinister looking. So I like the idea of, I get, without knowing a ton about Longlegs specifically, I kind of get why, because, this looks like sort of a fraught investigation that will then lead to some kind of leveling up into the supernatural or whatever. Almost all like The Last Shift or something like that. This looks really fun. This looks really cool.
All right, John, do you mind punching in, since we switched spots, do you mind punching in that camera?
Oh, yeah.
The actual literal camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Let me get that autofocus going, baby. Yeah. Yeah, look at me. I'm in focus.
Look at that.
I'm super in focus.
Hot you are now. Yeah. Are you excited for the Psycho Killer? Are you going to qu'est-ce que c'est?
I could see this potentially being... Who's the director of this movie?
This is Gavin Poloni. Gay Vincent Poloni.
What else has he done?
Let's see. Gavin produced 8mm. Let's see. As a director, he's got 4 credits. We see Finding Carter TV series, Twisted TV series, and Jane by Design TV series. So this is a movie feature debut.
Wow. I wonder how this movie came to be.
Yeah,
considering the trailer looks nothing like any of those things. Damn, that's crazy.
And oh my God, hey, A Dog's Purpose, produced by...
It's all coming full circle, baby.
This guy produced the Zombieland stuff and Primeval and has produced some horror things.
Okay.
But yeah, not solely that. And this will be a produced Panic Room and produced...
Well, see, this is what I mean. Like, you get these like big ass movies that are being done in the horror genre for like this is the only genre where they allow risk. Mm-hmm. The only one now.
Well, yeah, it's the one genre too where you can get stuff made for like a modest budget, and that's the point.
You know what doesn't look like a modest budget?
The
next one on this list.
Uh-oh.
And I do not know what to feel about it.
Yes.
It is called The Bride.
The Bride.
Have you seen this trailer?
Yeah.
I have not rewatched the trailer more times in the recent years, trying to see what my feelings are on this movie.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I have no idea what this Joker Folie à Deux movie is going to turn into. I can't tell if this is going to be like a great movie or, for lack of a better word, the most pretentious film I've seen in a very long time. It seems so like...
It's tricky.
Seems like, look how fucking cool we are.
This either is going to be
or it
sick,
could be awesome as hell.
Or it's going to be really annoying. Definitely looks like it could fall into the wrong kind of pretension, but also, I mean, I do kind of like the stuff that they're blending together. So yeah, I could imagine this either turning out as a very passionate train wreck or as actually a kind of cool take. I don't know.
I mean, it looks entertaining.
Definitely does.
It looks the furthest thing from boring. I'm excited that Maggie Gyllenhaal's getting to take a swing at this. I would rather...
Looks more enjoyable than Joker Folie à Deux.
It looks way more. It looks weirdly. I watched the trailer. I'm like, this looks like what Joker Folie à Deux should have been.
Yeah, right.
Because it's essentially just Bride of Frank. It's essentially the story. It's Bonnie and Clyde, but I don't even know how it's really Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, other than the fact that she's resurrected and he's the Frankenstein's monster.
I think
other than that, it's just Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. but Clyde's backstory is a little bit crazier than before.
That's about it. It's like he's got a little bit of a
What
different
if Bonnie and
backstory.
Clyde, but instead of Clyde, he's a Frankenstein man.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
I want that to be the new genre. It's Bonnie and Clyde, but now they're werewolves. It's Bonnie and Clyde, but now they're vampires.
Because one of the oddest things about the bride is she is an incredibly iconic character, but she is a nothing character. It's weird. It's my favorite one of the classic monster movies that I've seen so far. Probably that and Invisible Man. And the bride is in the movie for like less than 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
She says nothing, does nothing. She never comes back. But she's so like important.
She wants her own life.
So it's cool to get a movie where, all right, at least the bride gets to be like a character, but it's like the main appeal still looks like Christian Bale stealing the show.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Christian Bale and Maggie Gyllenhaal reunited.
This is his chance to, grab some of that glory he missed from Public Enemies.
But the chat, Alex, how's the chat feeling about this movie called The Bride?
Nobody has said anything about it.
Wow,
That's
guys.
shocking.
Wow.
We're still stuck on you guys being frozen and everybody catching up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody mentioned Final Destination.
All right.
Somebody
Goody.
thinks I'm hilarious.
You are. That's why we got to get you your own camera. That's why we got to get you live.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when it comes to this movie, The Bride, they're throwing a lot of money at it. I like the idea of like the bride being an actual main character and getting to live on past 5 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
But
the log line is cool. Like I like, in 1930s Chicago, Frankenstein asked Dr. Euphronius to help create him a companion. They give life to a murdered woman as the bride, sparking romance, police interest, and radical social change. Like, I don't know. It sounds like a really fun take, and I'm glad that they threw everything they could at it. And they got a lot of fun monster movie imagery. But yeah, it could really go either way in execution, I feel like. Like March, could be all right. Could be all right.
I have no idea. It is. I've never done this where I'm like, I found Olivia. I'm like, can I show you this trailer?
What do you think of this?
I am so fascinated by this movie.
Give me
because out of all the movies on this list, and there's some much bigger ones, and this is the one I'm easily the most fascinated by.
Sure. It is the most bold and interesting looking take, I would say. Whoop, there we go.
And it is so weird to be like, I cannot tell if this is going to be just a terrible film or an ambitiously good time.
I mean, I'm rooting for him. And I mean, Maggie Gyllenhaal, this is going to be fun because she wrote and directed this. So this is her baby. So this could be, I think no matter what this becomes, it'll be unique and distinct.
I hope so.
And I hope it's in a good way.
I just hope it's more entertaining than Mary Shelley's Frankenstein book.
Yeah. It's. We talked about this before. The 30s movie, definitely sets you up for disappointment when you go back and read.
No, man. Look, I just read I'm on chapter or something or another, and this Elizabeth character. I just read 4 pages of her letter.
Oh yeah,
catching up Victor on her life.
A lot of letters, yeah.
And
you're gonna wish for
exhilarating read.
You're gonna wish for some of that backstory.
See why
in
it stood
later
the test
context.
of time.
It's a bromance. This guy meets this dude just stranded out in the
No,
tundra.
not that. I'm
He's
talking about Elizabeth actually telling.
Elizabeth.
I'm on page 110.
Hell yeah. You'll get there eventually. You'll get to that monster. Keep going. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Suddenly there's a monster. There's not really a moment made out of this. It's just the monster.
It's alive.
Yeah.
It's alive. Yeah. Definitely different in book form. I like Frankenstein, but it took me a while to appreciate the book.
I've been instructed to throw a pen cap at you.
Thank
good.
you.
All right, here we go.
Because we should have stopped Super Chats and Streamlabs by now, according to Sebastian.
Wow,
Why?
Sebastian doesn't want to send any more Streamlabs.
They know that you're on time limit.
All right.
Wow, I'm closing
Okay,
the
so let's
Streamlabs.
disable the super chats.
There we go. Super Chat's disabled. I understand.
Disable the super chats, John.
They're disabled.
They're disabled now. Yeah. We'll have the remainder here. We will go through. Thank you to all who have contributed so far.
I also would like to point out that they want to be called citizens.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Why the fuck haven't we done that?
Yeah.
Not subjects.
Citizens, not
Nah, this is a
subjects.
dictatorship now.
Somebody recommended Gremlins, but that was just one person.
I
Oh,
love
no, that's
Gremlins. Gremlins, amazing.
All right, so citizens, we're moving on here.
We're moving on. Shouts
The
out to
conch-
Return to Silent Hill just because I wanted to shout it out. 'cause
Oh,
I'm-
Return to Silent Hill. Yeah, no, I feel like we're gonna. I have to add that onto the reaction list. Because that is a film I want us to be covering here. But
I'm
Return
so
to Silent
excited.
Hill, people are really excited for that. They're doing like a 1-2 punch. They're doing the new game and the new movie,
Yeah.
like right around the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you bringing that up, John.
Of course. Just shouts out to Christoph Gans and company, and I hope it turns out well because this was a divisive trailer. So.
We saw the first one together years ago, and I remember feeling like this is a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you a thing that happens in it, but I remember feeling like this is really scary.
Yeah, there's stuff that could be better.
I was like, we're like 15 when we saw it, right? So it was like,
Something like
it
that.
was like a long time ago.
Yeah. That original movie, I know there's debate, but it's one of the most faithful video game adaptations in terms of like feeling and soundscape and just like kind of the vibes and what the subject matter is. Like it's not a perfect adaptation, but it's definitely close. And I saw it at midnight at the New Beverly like last year sometime during Halloween, and it's fascinating because it nails it half the time, and the other half the time it's like kind of cheesy and all the dialogue is 80-yard, but in a way that's
Really?
like midnight movie charming.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah, well, when we saw it, it was, that was
love
the
that
time when Resident Evil and Silent Hill was the new video game to complement Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And then same time that started happening with the movies.
Yeah.
And
I love the first movie. I haven't seen Silent Hill Revelations or whatever, but I love the first movie.
Thanks for shouting that out, John.
Yeah.
You did it. You pulled up the photo.
We did it. What's the next one then? Is The Conjuring?
No,
it's
Scream
not.
7.
Screamsvin
And we have some super chats. For
about Scream?
We do.
All right, cool. And we have to also monitor the ones we don't do.
What?
Yeah,
So this
I
is-
know. I got that.
So this is a fan-made poster, first of all.
Excellent.
And I love the idea of saying, I found you, Sydney, on that fan-made poster, as if it's just... I forgot his name already.
Oh,
Stu.
Stu.
Stu. My favorite fucking horror movie, and I can't remember this many guy's name. Who people have for some reason. This is what the Scream franchise has become, though, now, which
Yeah.
is kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Is now they want like a Stu to come back.
It's a friggin' legacy machine now.
That's all. That's what it's turned into. And I was so excited at. Let's set aside all. People won't be happy about me saying this statement. Let's set aside all the political things that happened with the firing of Melissa Barrera. I think, just as story-wise, this is not the greatest decision they could do. I think narrative-wise, this feels like a bit of, fucking how Rise of Skywalker reacted to Last Jedi. It feels very reactionary type of development. I am still weirdly excited to find out what this movie is.
I'm always gonna be curious. Yeah, I mean, like it's tricky because like Scream it's in a weird corner because it has to be smarter than every other horror movie franchise, but also like it carries this level of reverence that makes it tricky to carry things on into the future. I think like it's good to want to make better movies and stuff with our horror franchises, but there was like a fun abandon that the horror franchises this is commenting on had, and now I wonder with a movie like this if they are going to kind of warp into self-parody in a way, because it's like I'll wait to see how Stu and why Stu is back and all that stuff, or if it's going to be soap opera, he's got a twin brother or whatever. But I don't know. It's politics aside, it seems like they went through this very madcap rush to just get everybody back, as many people back as we can get back, and freaking is David Arquette in this too? Are they going to unkill Dewey?
I don't know if they're trying to, but yeah, it seems like because they brought Kevin Williamson back, and I get the impression that
Is he directing this one?
I believe so, and I get the impression he's not even like giving two shits to really honor what the last two did. I think he's just going in here to do his own thing. I know some of the cast from the Scream 5 and 6 are in here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this seems like he's just really doing his own thing. Sidney Prescott, Nev Campbell, amazing, cool. I think Gale Weathers is actually the real MVP of this franchise.
Yeah. Respect on
while
Gale.
Nev Campbell is an incredible performer, my childhood crush, and one of my favorite characters in all of horror, Sidney Prescott. really it's Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
To me, Courtney Cox is the real like badass of this whole franchise.
Oh yeah, well she's always digging for the scoop, and then she's a brazen character, so she's also got that grit in the face of torment.
And I don't think she gets enough credit too that she did this role while Friends was airing.
Yeah, I didn't even put that together, but yeah, that's like right when they're at their peak,
and it's such a different person.
Yeah.
it's a completely different type of person.
Yeah,
and like Gail is is cold and shrill.
Yeah,
but got a heart of gold still underneath. There's still a moral code, and she grows. But she's fine. She's tough as nails. Like there's similarities to Monica, but she's a fucking she's a badass bitch.
B-A-B, as we say in the biz.
And I think I'm just excited that she's coming back. But yeah, this movie. It's weird. Like at first, when this is one of those cases, and we're going to see it happen where the Melissa Barrera firing happens. You got a bunch of people protesting this film. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to get over it. And then that's all going to turn to a bunch of bullshit. And the movie's still going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people who said they weren't going to watch it will probably still like leave their comments and whatever, but they'll still check this out.
Yeah.
So like I'm not as excited for this as I'd like to be. I should be. It's my favorite horror movie of all time, Scream, and I love most of the movies. Yeah. That's the thing as a franchise too. As a franchise, it's rare to get a horror franchise where so many of them are really good.
Yeah.
I think more of them are good than bad.
Yeah.
The only one I don't like is Scream 3.
And even Scream 3 is like kind of charming in a quaint way.
Happy for you to feel that.
Scream is a less punishing franchise watch than some other franchises can be.
Scream 3 is Scream 3 is the only one I don't like. But in Scream 5, I'm a little bit like, and I'm just not as wowed by as a lot of people were. But I still like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
So, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what audiences are really feeling about this, but it's going to be a hit.
Let's move on to the super chat.
Thanks, Alex.
People love Matthew Lillard.
From Moonlight Astro.
All right.
Find his name.
Find Moonlight Astro.
It could be a she.
Let's see how it reads.
Maybe Billy does the Astro. All right, Moonlight Astro. I think I got you here.
Make sure it's on screen, John.
Hey, guys. There we go. Hey, guys.
No, that reads like masculine energy.
Hey, guys. I was actually rewatching.
I was scratching my balls.
I was cracking open a cold one.
I was actually rewatching your Scream 6 reaction while jerking on the toilet. Because I'm a guy.
And I have a TV in my
I got a
bathroom.
TV in the bathroom. Someone just dropped off a platter of 7 hot dogs for me to eat in here.
Well, I passed this football around to my son.
Pump some iron. My eagle tattoo. All right. Hey, guys. I was actually rewatching your Scream 6 reaction. By any chance, is there something you feel like the new films lack the magic in the first 4?
Yeah. Actually, no, I think Scream 6, the New York vibe, I thought they kind of embraced it. There's a different energy to Scream. That one was like aggressively violent.
Yeah, and it felt fierce.
Yeah. I think it went back to Ghostface feeling like he's fucking punishing.
Mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the word for it. It felt like me. It wasn't quite Rob Zombie, but it was like, you can see a slight page out of it.
Whoever's under this mask, it has something wrong with them. And in Scream 6, it feels more like, they got hate in their heart,
Yeah. But if anything, where Scream accelerated with this meta commentary while also being more than just meta, but being a genuinely good horror movie. I think the commentary, the one that I'm placing more of my bets is in one of the movies on this list, which is Scary Movie 6. So I appreciate that question because I think this would be a good transition.
No, because we have another.
Wow.
Super chat.
Whoa, what she say? No, she doesn't understand how the yes and improv goes.
Jeez, take a class at the UCB, why don't you? Yes, and what is the super chat?
From Drew Clerk.
Wow, I thought I was going to do a great transition here. Producerial efforts here.
Nope,
Drew.
shut down.
We're going to Drew. Wait, what was it? Drew Kirk?
DRE.
Dre.
Dre. I kept saying Dr. Dre in my head too when I was reading it.
Dr.
And
Drew
I still,
Clerk.
Still fucked it up.
Dr. Dre Clerk.
It's like when I read the word demon in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Sorry, Dre.
It's spelled Daemon.
Oh, Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just take out that A.
Take out that.
But Dr.
diphthong.
Drew is here saying was literally just
Dre.
Dre was here saying was literally just coming to the channel to watch a live stream to keep me going. Thanks, fellas. Stoked for Scream 7 and the Jason show.
Oh.
All right, then I guess we'll follow this 5. Thank you for the super chat, Dr. Dre.
Yeah, thank you
And
so much.
I know people are really excited for Scream 7, so I don't want to rain too hard at anyone's parade. I'm just worried, and I will gladly bite my words.
Yeah, same.
I get so excited at biting my words. I really, really do. When I'm able to be like, holy shit, was I wrong? That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
Part of this balanced breakfast.
I love that feeling more than sometimes looking forward to a movie and being like, yep, did the thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
Hey, yeah, a pleasant surprise is more striking, you know?
yeah, this sounds like the spirit. The Jason show, this Crystal Lake show. John, can you pull up some information on this Crystal Lake show?
Oh, look at that. We got a graphic. Let's
So-
see.
Are they able? I forget. The rights on this sound so confusing. Like, are they able to use Jason or not? Do I really care to explore the lore of Crystal Lake without Jason? Is the world of Jason Voorhees more interesting than Jason Voorhees just simply killing people? I don't really know the Jason franchise, honestly. It's one of the franchises I haven't really seen much of.
Yeah.
As much as I'm a big horror nut, like there's like Jason, and I actually missed some of the Nightmare on Elm Street too.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, you know, there's stuff you can do, but they don't bring a super rich, deep, you know, well of backstory and lore.
Nice,
Usually.
well.
Water. You know, I mean, there's stuff you can do, and I mean, like they've taken the approach. You know, From Dusk Till Dawn worked as a show. People liked Bates Motel for a number of seasons.
But From Dusk Till Dawn sets up at its ending scene. Its ending shot from Dusk Till Dawn is the pyramid.
Yeah.
So they set up like, whoa, there's something more because a bunch of people forgot to look behind the bar to this giant pyramid.
Yeah. A bunch of people never made it past the outer sphere into the gigantic ravine in
No
the back.
helicopter or plane ever flew over this giant.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I'm trying to pull it up here to get the specifics on what they can or can't use. I think there are issues with the hockey mask. I think there are issues with some of the naming in terms of like Jason Voorhees or Camp Crystal Lake. You know, there are things you can do because like in the original movie, obviously Pamela Voorhees is like, you know, acting as some sort of caretaker of the camp. You could have stuff to do with the camp. Like I could see what a show would be. You could explore the surrounding area of Crystal Lake. You could bring in stuff from like part 2 where there are these like hillbillies living out on the fringe by the camp. And, you know, you get a sense that there's a town not far from here. So you could do stuff with all that. And the movies are episodic in that it's the nature of who Jason is changes over time, but once it reaches cruising altitude, it's just a new set of teens and people stumbling into his path. So you could like episodically do that.
Here's what I found on here, okay?
All right.
The upcoming Crystal Lake TV series on Peacock is produced by A24.
Yes.
It can and will feature Jason Voorhees. It's described as an expanded prequel to the original Friday the 13th, but it's going to focus primarily on Pamela Voorhees, played by Linda Cardellini.
Cool.
It's including Jason as a child, which is what we've all been drowning to see. And a reoccurring character.
It's the original Jason.
I really want to know who Jason was before they drowned that child.
I want to see a really gripping drama about a kid struggling with whatever, you know, physical condition Jason has, you know, and people just being so cruel to make it like The Slap or something, but with Jason.
All sarcasm aside, though, they did do a show that a lot of people were introduced to Vera Farmiga on, Bates Motel.
Yeah.
That had the hook, though, of like Norman Bates, obviously in the Psycho movies, like a fucking creep, and raised this boy. And so the hook is to see how they formed into that.
Yeah, and
I don't really get that vibe with this, but I think they could do something like that.
I'm curious. I like, you know, Jason as a kid is something like I like the idea of following Pamela Voorhees, and I think Linda Cardellini's great. That stuff's interesting. Justice for Pamela, because you know, spoilers, she's essentially Jason in the original movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what you do with boy Jason that's going to really satisfy people's hunger for freaking Jason Voorhees.
Well,
unless you have a child killing people, but then that's a bit different.
Well, John, I'll tell you what would be satisfying.
What's that?
Is the other Peacock thing. There's a Carrie series coming out.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense too. Yeah.
John, do you have a photo of Carrie?
We got
so
a
people
photo
know?
of Carrie. I should have teed that up right then.
I'm more naturally excited for the Carrie series because it's based on there's a book.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of forget that. Brian De Palma took a lot of his own creative liberties. There was this era where people were trying to do like more faithful adaptations of these movies through like television or like miniseries. They attempted that with The Shining.
Yeah.
And they attempted that with Carrie.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one went down so well. There was a sequel called The Rage 2. Carrie 2 or something.
Carrie 2, yeah.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to franchise something like that.
But I love the Carrie story.
Yeah.
Like the very premise of a person who grows up bullied in school. It's like the ultimate oppression story because then on top of that, she's got a super fanatic religious mother who further bullies her. There's a reason why I've been like, hey, if you do a Scarecrow movie, take inspiration from the Carrie movie or the Carrie narrative.
Because there's no place for her to run to.
No, it's completely and
No
then
support.
it like the build up to the finale, I think could be like really cool. It's like knowing the prom moment's coming, and I'd be more curious to see like what would they be able to do to surpass the prom moment? Would the prom episode happen on like episode 6, and then they would what would be the further expansion upon that, or would they just reserve all their basket? The big thing for episode 7 and 8,
Yeah,
is they have to do something different that would stand out. And will it be? I would be more curious if they keep it in a period piece than a modern.
I think it's weird because there's stuff you can do, and some of the remake movie kind of tried to do some of that, which wasn't bad ideas anyway. I don't know how it reads, so like part of me is excited for the opportunity of just we can adapt it more granularly akin to the book, and I feel like Carrie is something that even in a period piece you can sort of extrapolate on or expand in ways that don't feel like they would be too much of a stretch while also really luxuriating in what the most potent sides of the story are. So I mean, I feel like something like this could work, and Carrie is such that like I feel like you could make it periodically, even though it's not the poster child for like, we got to make, the classic monsters we remake every once in a while. I think you could remake Carrie every once in a while because like those ideas are always going to kind of be persistently relevant. And if you get someone who really breaks your heart and takes that, story to its conclusion, that could be really rousing. I can see the path for this more than I can see a path for Crystal Lake.
Yet Crystal Lake will be the much bigger show.
I'm excited. I like mountain vibes. I like lake vibes. I just don't know how they're going to make it what Friday fans like are itching for.
Yeah. Well, so there's like certain remakes that are coming out that have me very intrigued. Now, there's one remake in particular that I am super fascinated to see how this goes down.
Let's go.
It is The Exorcist.
There we go. A little Mikey Flans. Because I don't know if you know this, but David Gordon Green's not making his 2 sequels anymore to The Exorcist.
I forgot
Believer.
that existed
That was
until right now.
Trilogy.
Oh, damn, that's right. I completely forgot that was a thing they attempted.
This is an in-house pivot from Blumhouse, away from their David Gordon Green plan into something I'm sure that will be... I don't know, at least more. I feel like Mike he's getting to that point where he's all over the place now. We see him a lot in terms of horror, but I feel like he has the right sensibility for something like The Exorcist. I don't know what a new Exorcist film would be, but I feel like we often miss the point in trying to keep that alive as a franchise now. Like, I haven't seen Believer, but I've heard a lot about Believer, and from everything I've heard, I'd like to watch it someday, but it doesn't sound like it's aiming to be like the kind of film that The Exorcist was. Rather, people want to do the pea soup and the head spinning and the cool exploitable elements, when The Exorcist is like a film and also a horror experience, but it's not like a horror movie TM,
I weirdly feel like Mike Flanagan is a perfect person to actually continue it to clarify, it's not a remake. He is saying that It is a continuation designed to scare the hell out of people, is the quote. Scare the hell out of people.
Okay.
And it's like Mike Flanagan has a unique way of scaring because his movies are never full-blown horror films. And it's easy to kind of associate that with The Exorcist because of how popular it is. But that movie is more of like a character piece, and it's super dread heavy. It's long.
It's a drama.
It's mainly, I consider it a drama first before a horror. It's like, I'd say they're like equal in genre, but the drama's more of the lead.
It's a horror movie because the tone is pretty quickly and consistently like oppressive and foreboding and dark and just something's wrong, and it's this anguish of this mom and her daughter. Like, you know, even when you're not in the spooky shit, it just still feels like some icky and evil is around the corner.
Yeah, and I think Mike Flanagan is actually a really cool person to do it. And from the work that he's done, especially with something like Midnight Mass, and with, you know, even looking at Haunting of Hill House, he delves in themes of the 3 F's: faith, family. What's the third one?
Faith,
I thought there were 3.
And finances.
No, I don't know. The 2 F's: faith, family, what?
Fun, finances.
Did I really?
Fudging.
Are there even 3 F's for this?
Comment below with what the third F should be.
3F. Faith, family, and evil would be it, right?
Citizens, what should the third F be?
I know the 3 F's is fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah, that's what they are.
There we go.
I got my brain jumbled.
Mike
my bad.
Flanagan either
think
fights,
that's why Alex
flights,
is
or
here.
freezes.
Yeah, I like. Oh, did he also work on the Carrie remake?
Oh, did he? Oh, interesting.
Oh, cool.
There was some all right stuff in there. The new one or the one that with Chloe?
I don't know, man.
With
There's
your
like
girl?
there's a whole bunch of like random shit going around here, but there's something. That's another thing too. Is like there's Christopher Nolan and James Cameron are the kind of directors that they could do any genre or whatever,
Yeah.
and they themselves are kind of the stars of the movie when you slap their names on there. And with horror, that's a genre that has a couple of directors that when you put their name on there, people get more intrigued. And Mike Flanagan is one of those. You could slap their name on there, and suddenly people are like, "This might actually be, you know, something because they did it." you know?
you can at least count on the idea that he's going to have spent a lot of time on it, and it's going to be very like gracefully orchestrated.
Yeah,
you can count on at least that level of effort being put into it.
my one apprehension is I am way exceptionally more enthusiastic about his television work than I am his movie work. I like his movies, but I love his shows.
Yeah, he seems like a guy who thrives in a long format. I would like to see more of his movies. I've seen a couple of them, and even something like a Dr. Sleep, I'm like, I kind of want to see the director's cut of this. I bet it's better.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think an Exorcist show from him. People liked the Fox Exorcist show more than I realized, but I feel like a show would be a great place to do that with him, and because it's based on a book. Like, that almost sounds like the ideal way to do this for me. If you really want to keep it going and not just make it like, we're just... The trouble with The Exorcist as a franchise is how do you do a sequel that's not just like, we're doing some more exorcism movie shit? Because there are a lot of exorcism movies. Why does this have to be The Exorcist? And I feel like he can answer that question. But I feel like, in a TV series, I would be like, let's go. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas a movie, I'm like, okay, let's see what he comes up with. I feel like the risk is higher in a movie.
I'm there with you, man. I'm there with you. Alex, you got any stray comments here to say?
Have you been to
I
any
don't know. Do you
exorcisms?
want to jump into some super chats?
No.
Everybody loves my pronunciation.
Killing me.
Somebody said, when you read mine, this is my name.
No. Here, we're almost done with the main amount of movies here. Okay, so while we're on this subject of The Exorcist, why don't we transition to another sequel that is Evil Dead Burn?
Oh, okay, that.
Evil Dead Burn. Let's go there.
I queued the wrong one. I heard remake. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
right
okay,
when this stream's done, I am running to the car.
Evil Dead Burn.
So-
Lee Cronin coming back.
No, it's not.
It's not Lee Cronin again?
No, I look at the IMDb right now.
Oh, who's it?
It's a person named Sebastian Vanisek.
Oh, okay. Oh. It's just a sequel directly to Evil Dead Rise. Right? It's continuing that.
Is it? Is that the case?
Something like that. Yeah. I believe so. Unless I am very much mistaken, but I thought that's what I read. Oh, Hunter Doohan from freaking Wednesday is in here. Maybe I'm wrong. Plot is under wraps. Okay.
Any returning cast members on this?
Let's find out. Damn, that's crazy. I thought maybe Lee Cronin's just like producing it or something. Yeah, we got Laura McGregor as the manager, Hunter Doohan, Lucien Buchanan, Tandy Wright. Not a lot of people I recognize specifically.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they would carry on with one or two of the girls from Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, I thought they would have, but I guess not. Oh, interesting.
It's weird. It's like there's the Ash Williams storyline.
Yeah.
And then every other Evil Dead movie is going to be a completely new cast of characters.
I know. I was really hoping they would bring Mia back. They wanted to do a Mia and Ash sort of crossover thing.
Mia from the Fede Alvarez one.
Yes. Yeah. The Jane Levy character. I guess, yeah, third standalone story. I was wrong. I read somewhere that it was like a follow-up directly, but yeah. This will be interesting, though. I mean, this guy, I don't know as much of his work, but one thing that Evil Dead has seemed apt to do lately is like find guys with some interesting, punchy. Like Fede Alvarez had made shorts up until he got put into Evil Dead 2013. It seems like this guy has done one other feature called Infested, which didn't that come up at the Dead Meat Horror Awards this year? Yeah. Wasn't that the Spider movie that came up? So, I mean, even just looking at the trailer for that, I can kind of see how they arrived at this person, despite not being very familiar with their work.
Yeah, he's a co-writer on it, along with Sam Raimi and a person named Florence Bernard, who I guess he's done a lot of television shows. Yeah. This is they're keeping this story under wraps, which is fascinating to me because, okay, so they had one Evil Dead movie that was just a remake. But apparently it's an adjacent universe or something. And then they had another Evil Dead movie, which was a very contained movie on a family in an apartment building.
Yeah.
And now this one, if they're keeping the plot under wraps, but there's a chainsaw in this poster on IMDb. I am wondering if this is going to be the one where they actually try to tie it in to the main Evil Dead storyline.
I could see it. It'd be cool.
Because it looks like it's a chainsaw bursting from hell.
Yeah, it definitely. And I mean,
if this is sometimes IMDb accidentally puts fan-made posters on.
Yeah,
this could be a real poster.
Yeah,
and if this is a real poster, it's a pretty sick poster, and it evokes Ash with a chainsaw. And it'd be kind of fucked up if they don't have Ash in there. If like he's not on IMDb, but like it's 100% supposed to make you think of that.
I am curious. I mean, I think Bruce Campbell just always leaves it up to like, well, if Sam Raimi has something he wants to do. So I don't necessarily foresee this as being something where like Ash is like the main character, but I don't know, like he could be back in some kind of side character capacity. Like it seems like the fun about this universe is that you can do kind of a bunch of things, and with the books you can kind of travel anywhere. So part of me is like, yeah, we could do something that crashes into the original franchise timeline, or maybe Ash is lost somewhere else and they come across him. It'd be cool.
But to do the movies, okay, to keep Evil Dead alive and successful, unfortunately, to keep it profitable, you cannot keep it with Ash Williams as the main focus. Unfortunately. They have a whole show that they didn't even get to finish a storyline on.
I know.
So you just can't. So weirdly, I get why you have to keep doing these like standalone installments. And somehow this franchise is still kicking.
Yeah.
In spite of having a very strange trajectory where they're constantly doing like, okay, Ash Williams, standalone. Ash Williams, no, we're standalone.
Yeah.
And somehow it's still thriving. And it just seems like it's one or two wrong moves away from staying buried. Because like I love the last one.
Yeah.
And you're a huge fan, and a lot of people are, of the Fede Alvarez one.
Yeah.
And the show was that's what I mean. Like, they're all well received. But now we're entering terrain of, are we going to try to do continuity now? Are we going to try to do
This is only a
stories
sequel
that
to
wrap-
Evil Dead's 1 and 2.
yeah. We're going to do
You
that.
didn't do Army of Darkness or any
Yeah.
of that shit. Like I think Evil Dead is in a fortunate position because like Ash will always be kind of somebody we associate with it, and we'll always, I think, be excited to see him come back in that capacity. But I think they have enough iconography. It's like you see Evil Dead and a chainsaw, and you're already kind of off to the races. Or the Deadites have a particular quality and look that even when they are updated, is even the updates made between the Deadites in the original movies versus like the Fede Alvarez one versus Rise, they all kind of have an aesthetic, I don't know, connective tissue about them. And it's like the book, it's the setup, it's the releasing of the demons, it's the POV shot. It's like, because they have so much iconography, I think you are in a unique position to not to have to rely on Ash. And so I think they've been fortunate to be able to include him when they want to and when there's a fun opportunity to do that. But hey, if we just need to make another one of these with somebody else, like that's perfectly within the realm of things that work.
All right, well, speaking of evil, Zach Krieger's Resident Evil.
Very excited.
This one I'm super excited about, man.
Yeah, buddy.
This would be his third.
Yeah,
this
will be 3.
This is this whole theme of this show is rule of threes.
Look at these
And
handsome guys.
this guy did Barbarian.
He did.
It wasn't his first movie, but it was his first big one, right?
Yeah.
And people love it, and it showed that you could do non-linear storytelling in a way that could still make a shit ton of money, because normally when you do that, people are like, this is not going to be a profitable film. Mm-hmm. That's the other part about horror. Horror can also take advantage of structure in a way that most genres can't, and still be creatively exciting and financially incentivizing. And they needed weapons, which was fucking massive, an original idea, which you and I both loved. I love that film, easily one of my top favorites of the year. And now with this Resident Evil movie, he's saying it's not going to be a straight adaptation of any of the games. It'll be one of those that's still in like continuity with the games. Kind of like with the Fallout. I don't think you saw Fallout, but that's the same concept with Fallout, is that it's not an adaptation of any of the games, but the story is still in continuity with the game.
It's that world.
So it's part of one of the many chapters of the Fallout story, and that's his approach with this.
This could be a Raccoon City file.
He's getting a fat paycheck for this movie. He's getting,
I bet.
He's getting $20 million for this, which is fucking insane for a third director movie. But he's earned it with that relationship he's developed, and he's very bankable. He's not like an Ari Aster or even a Mike Flanagan for that matter. Like he's like, I make original horror movies that make a lot of money.
He's got a unique soup right now that's, he makes stuff that has like interesting dramatic work in it that, really brings the horror chills and thrills, but also has like this humor about it. Like, he's uniquely poised. And I'm curious to see how long that carries and how it warps and what it looks like in this context where it's like, it's an IP and people have notions about it. Like this is a dream project for me. I'm excited for him.
Well, it seems like he probably took inspiration from the video games directly, because the games are overlooked for how cinematic their actual cinematography is. And I'm just talking about like the visual coloring and stuff. I'm talking about the way the camera work is, especially in those first couple games.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine he'll probably take a little bit of inspiration from that. And that's the other thing you were talking about too. He makes movies that are also fun. He makes fun movies.
Hey.
Because while they have the depth of characterization, and while they have the horror and the thrills and that fine line between like elevated horror and spooky good time, the movies are entertaining. Yeah. And like I wouldn't actually say that for. I feel like there's people who might like a Mike Flanagan project requires a little bit of a different type of.
You lose the camera here.
Oh my God!
Fan fail.
Is the fan not on for John? So many. John,
definitely turn the fan.
I must leave.
The fan may have crapped. It's fine.
Why don't we just talk in the same?
Yeah, we can talk in the same angle.
Shut.
I'll just reset the fan, because the fan was on, but keep going, G.
No, I'm not going to keep going, John. I'm going to keep it on your empty shot here.
Your wife is calling me. She's probably calling to tell me something's wrong.
It just keeps escalating.
All right, we're back in action, Looney Tunes. But yeah, I'm very excited. Resident Evil. It seems like they should have gotten this
I
right.
like the out of focus shot of you, Joe.
Yeah, it seems like they should have gotten this right a long time ago. And like the Resident Evil movies that they made with Paul W.S. Anderson are like, oh yeah, killing it. I would love to watch the Paul W.S. Anderson ones because like all I remember about the original movie is that it's not much like Resident Evil except kind of a little bit, sort of. And then, you know, they plug and play with their details from then. It seems like a definitive Resident Evil adaptation should have happened and shouldn't be that complicated, and yet it's been really hard to get it. So I'm looking forward. I hope Zach Cregger nails this.
I think he will. And I feel like everyone in the world's super excited about it.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little intermission here.
Oh,
Is
no.
everything okay?
Yeah, she wanted the address
To
to here.
here?
Yeah, she's gonna Uber here so that you guys can go from here.
Oh, no, she's going to hurt me.
Oh no, she's gonna jump in the middle of the stream and flip the table.
She
over.
knows it's 16 minutes away.
Yeah, I sent her the address this morning.
You should really make it clear to her. Dead serious. You should tell her that it's a further drive away than she realizes. Okay, so another sequel on here. I don't know how much we can really dive. I don't want to give away, as I don't know your opinions of these next two movies. As you just watched the first one for the first time, you did complete the filming of the reactions and the reviews for these, the Terrifier 2 and 3, and now we got a Terrifier 4 coming up.
Oh, looky there.
This is a fan-made poster,
okay.
because when I typed in Terrifier 4,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of crazy fan-made posters. There's like ones
sure.
of him in space. There's a bunch of shit. But I'll go to that fan-made poster. I like this because this one is like, oh, what if they do like an Independence Day version of it, or like a weird 4th of July one? I think that would actually weirdly work.
Hey man, riff on Uncle Sam or whatever that movie's called. There is like a 4th of July horror movie.
Yeah, and the Terrifier franchise is so fascinating to me, and maybe you feel this way now because the audience has only seen your reaction to the first one, which is just a very immediate,
Yeah.
primal,
It's a very direct
evil
slasher movie.
film.
It's a very, we have one location and we need to make the most of it kind of movie.
And then when you get to the second and third one, it suddenly becomes a lot more interesting in story and lore.
There's lore.
And I even found myself tumbling down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out what this lore is and listening to a bunch of think pieces on it. Just I became a real fan of whatever this world might actually be and whatever this history might actually be.
They're smart to embrace fantasy.
So how there's so many answers that we still don't have. There's so much lack of clarity on things. Do you feel like they can keep this going for a couple more movies, or do you feel like it should end at 4?
I think it depends on how deep they want to go. I think if they want to, I think they could keep it going for a couple more movies if they continue pulling back the layers and getting more audacious with what the lore means. And granted, the risk is explaining anything, but I mean, the lore is interesting and it makes these very unique. So I would certainly be welcome. Like, part of me is like, I could see us continuing the trend of doing different holidays, but I said this in one of the reviews even. I was like, for a next installment, I kind of want to see them go even for like, I don't know, set it in actual hell and have her like fighting her way out of hell or something like that to get to art or art, you know, some kind of fantasy even greater than what is there now.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think part of the charm is that they use the fantasy very sparingly. But I think past a certain point, go full fantasy.
And Terrifier, it's cool to have these two ends of spectrums that we have like Shelby Oaks coming out, Stuckman's movie, which was the most financed Kickstarter movie ever.
Hey.
And we're seeing that new wave of how you can make a big horror movie. And then Terrifier, which is to me is one of the coolest progressions of a filmmaker ever, because he started off on, like, he did a movie for under $100K. He did like 30,000 the first one or something. Like, it was an insanely low budget because he utilized his one talent. And then when it came to the second movie, he went, I want to learn how to write. I want to actually be good at the writing and directing. And it's so cool to see a guy who decides, he just makes a choice that I'm going to educate myself and I'm going to make something better. And he did. He made something that was like, whoa, ice. Because after the first movie, I was going, oh, why is this so big? And then the second movie, I went, I get why this movie is so big now. Like, this is a leap. It is a massive, like, it's a bigger leap than like Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 than me. Because the first movie is just like the violence, that's it. And there's something about the mood that some people like. But the second movie just takes a whole like wild leap in terms of filmmaking and storytelling
It's a Raid
from
to
the
Raid
same
2 jump.
fucking guy.
Yeah,
and
totally.
violence too. Yeah, so I'm excited for whatever he wants to do. I'm excited for it.
It's the wackiest flex in the world to be like, I'm going to give you this gruesome, disgusting, unrated movie, and I'm also going to pack it with very thoughtful character moments and good acting. Like, it's so funny to watch the sequels, especially, because it just feels like a flex. It's just like, oh, I caught you caring about that drama. It's like, these are 2 hours or more now, but I'm like, I'll trade that back for like actual care put into these things.
It's crazy how because then he manages to make like a modern day like Lauren Lavera.
Yeah, Lauren Lavera, I think.
Managed to create a fucking awesome character with her, who she's incredible in those movies. She's fucking awesome in those movies.
Yeah.
She's also just like, it's a real performance, fully three-dimensional character, and like, you crafted a character to complement the mystique of whoever this Art the Clown is, while also giving a mysterious background to her that she's not even privy to. Like, it is very, very impressive. So whatever he wants to do, it's like these movies first. It's cool how the marketing of these movies first lead with art. Even the third one, the Christmas angle. And like, yeah, the aesthetic, and even here people are having fun with like the space angle. Maybe it might be in space. It might be a 4th of July. But really, when you hop into those movies, it's all that deeper shit, that the mythos.
Yeah.
And so we forget that and then lead up to it. But that's where I'm at. Is
Take
like, what's
this-
the mythos going to be?
Take this saga to the realm of demons and angels that this is all apparently played out on. That I want that, and I also want something silent, because there's some I do love that he has got such body language, and they use his physicality for such characterization. So like a silent, even if it's a short, do
For
that.
sure.
Do something silent.
For sure. Now we got another one up here. It's called Ready or Not, Here I Come.
Oh yeah.
I love it alone just for the title.
Yeah. They really learned from Now You See Me. Not to make
That's
that
exactly what I
mistake.
thought it too. It's 100% the same thing I thought too. I'm a little bit on the fence about this one, because I actually feel like the first one is a perfect contained piece of an experience, where the whole time you're wondering, what is the rules? Is it real? Is it not real? The whole time. And you really don't know till it's final. Did you see it?
Yeah.
You watched
I've
you
seen
reacted
the
to it?
original one, yeah.
You reacted to it? Who
I
reacted
think
to
so,
it?
yeah. It was me and Roxy.
Is it you and Roxy, or was it Andrew Roxy? But
No, I definitely saw it because
Okay.
I have an opinion on it now.
yeah, okay, yeah. Because but you don't know what it is, but that's part of the appeal is this: what's going on with this family. It's a game of life or death. It's a hunting for a human of this weird marriage tradition.
Yeah.
And then is the devil real?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not one where I want to see more lore, though.
It is. It's one of those movies where I'm like, well, they must have some kind of really clever idea up their sleeve, because it's not coming out like immediately after. And I remember the first movie being really well received. I don't know how much like money it made, but I feel like it did well, and people loved it. So like, it makes sense in that respect. And yeah, I kind of remembering how the film wraps up. I'm not really sure, unless she gets pulled back into a new version of the game or something like that.
No.
or she
Spoilers is that ends up she wins the game, and then everyone dies because the
they
fucking
all
demon.
explode or whatever.
They all explode, and then she's free.
So I'm like, are you gonna find more people who do this ritual and shoot them all?
I mean,
what
if
are you
it's
gonna do?
No, I mean, if it's Samara Weaving, I trust them as creatives. So like whatever they want to do, for sure. Like I think like Scream 5 was all right to me.
5 creams.
I loved how they improved upon what they had set up for Scream 5 with Scream 6. I did eventually watch. It's called what's the Abigail? I did eventually watch Abigail, which I didn't love.
Abigail really suffers from having that reveal
Even
not be a reveal.
On that though,
Yeah.
I didn't quite love the movie. It was one of those movies. Admittedly, I saw it on a plane.
Oh.
And
That's not gonna help
sometimes I'm halfway through a plane movie and I go, I'm going to stop this and I'll continue this when I'm off the plane because this deserves to be. And I found myself going, this feels like a perfectly fine plane movie to me.
Yeah.
I actually was like content.
Yeah.
I didn't find it to be maybe that affected my fucking experience. But honestly, like I've watched enough movies on planes to know, for me personally, my subjective feeling of going, do I really need to not see this on a plane? Or like,
I found it fun and nifty. And yeah, I don't need it to be like the most lavish experience for fun and nifty. It's like I could tell a bunch of these people got together, had fun. You know, there are effects, good job,
yeah,
you know, and stuff like that, and good choreography. Like it's. I'm sure it was harder to make than it looks, but yeah, like in terms of what it's actually doing, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty fun. It's nifty. It's not, you know, reinventing any wheels.
Yeah,
it's fine. I like it. It's fine.
I guess if we didn't know she was a vampire, it would certainly make that first time watching a more effective experience.
Just be more rewarding because you're not like waiting for it, and then there's stuff in the first half of the movie that you're just sitting there as the audience member going like, I'm gonna have to wait a while for them to put this together, aren't I?
Oh, that's true.
You know,
I didn't factor that in.
It's that there are a lot of teases that I'm like, this tease would be a tease if I didn't know that it was a tease, you know, or if I could only experience it as a tease rather than.
But I really didn't feel that bothered knowing the truth, because so much of the movie is still dealing with the vampire side of it.
Totally, it's not like it undoes the movie, but I think it does remove what could have been a really cool reveal that would like create the kind of emotion that if you got to experience that fully, that surprise, then you might be that much more down for what's to come.
I just don't want them to do lore stuff. And that's what I kind of worry Ready or Not Here I Come will devolve into.
Are we going to get too deep into the backstory of this demonic ritual?
I love more of what they do. I love so much of what they do. I trust them as filmmakers.
Yeah, they got jobs.
I'm still looking forward to this. But there is a bit of me like, this could be a little much.
Yeah, it's right at that crossroads. I'm like, it's long enough later. I think you guys maybe actually have a crack idea for this, and here's hoping.
All right, John. We got a couple more wrap ups. We're gonna do these like super duper quick. Okay.
Doopity stoop.
Super duper. I mean it.
Poopity
super
scoop.
duper quick.
All right.
Let's move on to Scary Movie 6.
Hey, there we go.
So we got through like the main major ones. It's not a real horror movie, but I feel like we're the Scream movie. All I have to contribute after talking about this movie so many times on live streams, I feel like if they have an opportunity here to be more than just they could be the parody. There was something about Naked Gun where it was a pure comedy. The Liam Neeson one is a pure comedy, pure spoof. I wouldn't call it like a commentary piece, but if you pay enough attention, it's a commentary piece. Yeah. It's like the way how some people have come around on Austin Powers is like, you know, this might be just a tad bit more than a spoof movie.
Yeah, totally.
And I feel like Scary Movies, not that they've done anything to say that they are capable of doing that. I don't believe them as writers to do that. But I don't know. Marlon Wayans is much older now. He's really gone out of his way to try to show more of his dramatic chops. I mean, he did the Haunted Mansion movies along the way, or whatever the fuck those were called, the Haunted House movies.
Yeah.
I have no real clue what, as I feel like it could kind of do some of the commentary that I feel like Scream 7 won't do.
I mean, it can, because it doesn't have to be reverent to anything. Whereas Scream is in a rough position because it has to be deconstructing and irreverent with a franchise people are now revering.
Yeah.
You know, it's like kind of a version of the Ghostbusters conundrum, whereas this, it's just got to not suck and, you know, be funny.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I feel like this, especially because of all the rigmarole it's taken to get this back into their hands, I could feel them maybe potentially wanting to do something, that comes back to the brand of their humor, but also, like sharply skewers the horror of today.
I mean, they were fucked over financially, creatively. I've heard a lot of the stories I've listened to the interviews. I had no clue of how royally dicked over the Wayans were on this whole franchise. I don't like Scary Movie 2. I love Scary Movie 1.
But you feel for them when you hear what happened with Scary Movie 2, and you're like, oh, no wonder the movie's like this.
Yeah, no wonder it's bad. And then what the shit? Oh my God, they just went ahead and started when it was their original idea, Scary, and years of labor to get for them working on just the script for Scary Movie 1.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is rightfully their franchise. So I'm just excited it's back in their hands for that side. Whether it's gonna be a good movie or not, I don't fucking know.
Here's hoping, boy.
But here's hoping it's not just.
It'll be better than Scary Movie 5.
I just hope it's not some gross, annoying movie. All right, let's move on to this movie called Remain.
Ooh, yes. Nikki
We
Sparks.
talked about it a little bit earlier.
Nikki Sparks and M. Night.
So Maggie Gyllenhaal directing a horror, which has Jake in it. So this movie idea apparently started cooking up many, many years ago when Nicholas Sparks first hit up M. Night Shyamalan about doing a rewrite pass on the Notebook adaptation. So this was before M. Night was M. Night Shyamalan,
This
right?
is Stuart Little M. Night
This is
Shyamalan.
Stuart Little. People forget that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're doing this like supernatural romantic drama. M. Night always does it, man. He always managed to get some like fucking famous guy to be in one of his weird ass movies. He's one of those directors where people are like, I don't know if he's gonna make a good movie,
But I gotta
but
try.
sometimes he makes a great movie, so I gotta say yes.
Yeah.
You know,
It's so weird because too, like, at worst, it's like a net neutral. It's like, I don't think people loved Trap, but like the heart renaissance remains strong,
Yeah.
even in the wake of it. So like, I imagine the Gyllenhaal love will remain strong, even if this isn't lustrous.
well, you know, I like the idea of leaning in with a very different type of genre to it because it hasn't really been that genre specific in a while. Like Trap was kind of, I think it's one of those you have to watch it to understand what the genre is. I kind of feel that way with a lot of his movies. I guess like the Cabin one with Dave Bautista is like that's his apocalyptic horror movie. But there's always been a weird romanticism to his writing that usually deals with faith in some way.
Yeah.
And so there's a weird thing about when they said Nicholas Sparks, where I went, I actually completely see it. There's a bit of that romantic cheese in
That
his writing.
ham, that cheese, that hamminess.
Yeah,
that
the
I
weird
think
sentimentality.
these guys would resonate over 100%.
Yeah.
That sort of wide-eyed sincerity that like there's something about some of his
Something
movies
kind
that
of
feels
sappy, sad. Yeah.
sappy in like an older timey kind
Yes,
of way.
yeah.
Because say what you will about The Happening, like the characters in that movie feel like they're in a 50s movie or something like that. And so like, and two, I will say, like, I think that again, macabre romance, anything that takes genre and dips it into romance is like kind of underrated, especially like for what I assume will be a relatively close to the A-list project.
Sometimes romantic dramas are the most tense experiences.
Yeah.
There's fucking Blue Valentine. I was just telling you about last
Revolutionary Road, baby.
Revolutionary Route. Fuck you, bro.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you're looking.
Oh, what?
I know I asked for 3:30. Can we ask them if we can do 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you just go do that?
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up.
Yeah. But it's about a grieving architect moving from Cape Cod for work after leaving a psychiatric facility. While staying at a historic bed and breakfast, he meets a mysterious woman who makes him question his rational beliefs.
That sounds like a terrifyingly good time.
Yeah, he's going to be contemplating life and loss at a historic bed and breakfast.
Love it, John.
Give me that spooky romance, man. There's not enough of it.
You know, this might be a really long stream, but it's the one we'll be able to definitely make chapters for easily.
Yeah, super simple. Which movie's on screen? That's the chapter.
That's the chapter right there.
Go.
All right. Now, okay, so we got a couple more here.
Okay.
And then we got Super Chats. So, Conjuring Universe series.
Yes.
I just
we
found
love
a
it.
photo of Ed and Lorraine, the real G's right here.
Yes. I keep getting this Conjuring Universe series confused with whatever the new Insidious is supposed to be.
I don't know. I'm way over Insidious. There's an Insidious movie coming out. It's a spin-off movie.
Called Thread or something.
And yeah, the what's her name? Lynn Shay.
Lynn Shay.
She's coming back.
Woo! Elise. Tucker and Specs, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm kind of way over the Insidious franchise. I feel like that movie just really lost its heart quickly. Like the franchise, I think, just started like lost its blood so fast. But the Conjuring universe is perhaps the second most successful cinematic universe to the MCU.
Yeah, it has managed its spin-off cycle, its mainline cycles, sequels to its spin-off cycles
And
for
it's
the most part.
never had a financial woe to put the franchise in jeopardy.
Never once.
Unlike Marvel. Is that weird?
I mean, that is interesting. I mean, the pressure put on the Conjuring universe is proportionally much lighter.
Right. But
Because they
that's
don't have to put out 3 movies a year.
But that's why I think our first super chat that's kicked off this stream is so telling, because people forget, like, no, you can pull off a cinematic universe, and the Conjuring universe is a cinematic universe, and I feel like we rarely refer to it as one of the defining cinematic universes when it totally is.
You know, you're absolutely right about that. And it's because I think it's weird. It's something that's so apparent with Marvel, and yet you could see Annabelle and you could see the Conjuring and La Llorona and whatever else as not. You don't have to link them in your mind if you don't want to. And they put characters in from the other movies and stuff, but like not everybody's gonna fully click these things together.
No, but it really is. So them to take off into this Conjuring Universe show, I kind of roll my eyes at. So I know you didn't see Last Rites, did you?
No, I haven't yet. It's massive box office success. It better have been great.
No, I think it's. I think I like it more than Conjuring 3, but I get why most people don't. No, I for sure like it more than Conjuring 3, but okay. I know why most. It's definitely not like that horror of a movie.
Yeah.
Wears his heart on his sleeve. It's a lot more like heartfelt drama.
It's a love letter sending off Ed and Lorraine / Patrick
Kind
Wilson
of.
and Vera Farmiga.
It's like, oh shit, this is supposed to be the final. Let's montage this.
Oh no!
I actually think it really kind of starts dropping the ball in the finale, and I found the first half way more intriguing than the last half. Is like, oh shit, people showed up for this. We need to do that stuff.
Oh no!
And then in the last 10 minutes, they're like, oh wait. Well, this is supposed to be their final movie.
Shit. Quick, we got to do something really memorable now. Quick. And we got to make this more supernatural than ever before while still selling the idea that this was somehow real.
Well, there's really no villain. Like, no clear, there's a new monster here or there, but it's the one of the only Conjuring movie where there's no definitive, villain they introduce you to.
Interesting.
Like, I can't tell you for the life of me their name or what makes them different or that unique. But the very, very beginning, I think, is supposed to be somewhat of a backdoor pilot tease.
To this.
Now, for those who don't know what a backdoor pilot is,
yes.
it's a fancy term people like to say where they basically test the waters, right?
Yeah.
On, hey, will people be interested in this? So the very beginning of the movie, they don't de-age Ed and Lorraine. They have 2 actors playing a younger Ed and Lorraine. It's like a solid 10 minutes of the movie.
I know, right? To see it.
It's a fucking revolution in Hollywood.
Yeah. If there's one thing the Insidious movies did, they cast that actress from House of the Devil to be young Elise, and it worked out. Love to see it.
There's something cool about that, huh?
Yeah, the young Dom Toretto. I was like,
Dom Toretto, baby. That's
yeah.
That's where I went to.
I was like, I like this guy.
I was in that movie one time, and I'm like, young Dom. I remember when they did that. That was kind of surprising.
Bring back the art of casting young actors who kind of resemble whoever you're trying to replicate.
So I think that was their way of testing the waters. And I mean, the whole thing was to constantly try to make them look like Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, not Warburton.
Just take the one guy's shirt off and he's good.
Yeah, Patrick Wilson, he doesn't take his shirt off as much anymore.
What? It's because he's an older, more dignified man now. So he just plays that guitar.
So this story, this Conjuring Universe show, it's supposed to be exploring more of their adventures because there's like 100 documented cases.
Yeah.
So at first I rolled my eyes, but then I did go, well, they do have like a lot of cases, and every Conjuring movie of them is incredibly loosely based. Like it's all 99% made up bullshit.
Yeah.
So why not? Like it could be their X-Files.
Exactly. I kind of lately, and I've never actually seen the X-Files, but I miss that kind of show, or like Supernatural is my frame of reference, or a Buffy or something like that. But I think this has a really cool opportunity if they brought back the episode of the week, pick a few of their case files. You could run that for a handful of seasons and Yeah, that sounds really fun, actually.
It depends on how they do it, right? Like part of the big charm of Supernatural was some of their Monster of the Weeks, and one of the things that a lot of these big series hinges on is not just will our main characters make it out alive, following more of like their emotional arcs when they'll probably live, even though we know what their ending emotional arc is because we've seen the movies. But it's more about what other characters they introduce in those episodes and can we get endeared to them. That's the thing that the first two Conjuring movies do so well.
Yeah.
They get you hooked into the family to make you care. So when Ed and Lorraine show up, it's like they're fucking badasses who are here to save the day.
And they make us feel safe because they're here now.
Yeah.
And you don't have to develop them the same way.
So they literally have like a fucking like Law and Order structure.
Yeah, they,
like,
they do.
Baked in for what they can do for their Conjuring show. It's just first half, you focus on the victims and what they're going through, and then Ed and Lorraine come in eventually.
Yeah. I think
it's
that'd be
literally
really
Law and
great
Order,
for
but with the Conjuring character. I feel like they could do that. Yeah.
And then what you do every episode for the serial part is you give Ed and Lorraine some drama that's got nothing to do with the supernatural.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're trying to mortgage our first house, and
Yeah.
there's tension over that. But we also got this friggin' possession we gotta go deal with. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, you get a different ensemble every week for the haunting. You get whoever your Ed and Lorraine are to show up partway through the episode, make that the structural game, and then you have like an anthology series.
I think where a lot of these prequel shows go wrong is when they try to do with some like handing off with the main actors, like Bradley Cooper in that Limitless show, or
You're the new Warrens.
like Alex and I like Dexter as not Dexter Ezra. Alex and I like Dexter Original Sin, and they start off with Michael C. Hall, and then they go to the past, and I'm like, you shouldn't remind us of Michael C. Hall. And so I don't think they should start off with like, hey, here's Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, and they're going through their fucking like closet of, the Annabelle doll and all this shit here, and then we dissolve to the past. Just start off on these young people.
Yeah.
Don't remind us of the actors we love.
I mean, the trailer is gonna start with an image of Annabelle, no matter what.
Hopefully.
But I agree.
That doll.
Just give us the young Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're enough of a concept now. I think you can do that without having to rely on Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson.
All right, and then this other show.
Oh,
Now this is one just for me.
oh,
There's no way this is one of the most anticipated for anybody.
Silent Hill. Return to Silent Hill, the show.
American Horror Story season 13, baby.
What do we got? What's the theme?
Do you really? We have so many more shows in common than I realized.
Can we get a camera on Alex?
Wait, have you seen all 12?
I have not seen all 12.
The 12th.
Fake fan.
Oh, last season was the Kim Kardashian one.
Yeah, I have not seen that one. I started watching it while I was pregnant. So
That's
Dude,
a
you gotta
terrible
watch.
one to watch when you're
I
pregnant.
was gonna say, watch the motherhood one. Watch the friggin' Black Widow.
Out of all the
one.
ones to watch pregnant, that's probably the one you don't want to watch pregnant.
Oh my God! So wait a minute. Do we know what the theme is?
I don't, and the way American Horror Story has evolved is so weird and strange. I have not seen any of the shorts, the whatever that spinoff is.
American Horror Stories.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those, but I've seen every single episode of all the American Horror Stories. I'm a pretty big fanatic of it, and I miss Evan Peters and them. Evan Peters like truly demonstrated a beautiful versatility throughout the seasons.
I was gonna say, what is the ensemble now? I haven't seen since
it seems like
Roanoke.
Emma Roberts is like the most.
Recurrent.
There's like other actors whose names I do not know, but they're in like they keep coming back.
Like Lily Rabe, is she still there? Like Sarah Paulson.
Sometimes no, Sarah Paulson not so much.
I know Jessica Lange left.
I think once Ryan Murphy started branching off into these other things like
Into the Ed Gein story, baby.
oh man, dude,
People love the Ed Gein story.
I only got 15 minutes in and
you started it?
Yeah, and I just couldn't take it. I just wasn't digging the tone, and it didn't. I just couldn't take it serious. He sounds like Zoolander.
Oh no! Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna watch this.
I
now.
don't. I
I gotta
told
watch
Olivia,
this shit now.
it is really like. I want to see it more because people just rave how terrible it is. I just think it's so stupid. You can't fucking cast Charlie Hunnam and the most like. He's really trying,
Gorgeous
but it
guy.
does. It feels. This is what I was telling Olivia. Is it feels akin to what Tropic Thunder is making fun of with Jack with Ben Stiller playing a mentally challenged guy.
No.
Like, I have no idea what Ed Gein really sounds like, but it feels akin to that.
Okay.
Of when an actor's like, I want to really be taken seriously, and then he does this
a weird ass voice.
And I'm like, why does this like register as borderline offensive?
You know, it's funny. Everything I hear about this makes me want to see it.
Oh yeah, no, I do want to finish it just because I want to see how worse it gets.
Every rant, everything I've heard about how like sort of disrespectfully orchestrated it is, or how like sensationally pulpified it's become.
Well, that's the weird thing about Ryan Murphy is he makes great starts, and then he just like fucking goes off the chain. He goes off rail. Like People vs. OJ was huge. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was like just the right blend of Ryan Murphy.
Right amount. I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, because it was fucking like amped up, but
it's clearly like a little tabloidy in its vibes. It's a little sensationalist and it's a little pulp.
It's just right.
It's a little camp,
I thought
but
it was
it's just right.
Yeah. It's because it still led to like great performances.
Because it's a sordid time and you can feel that in the air. And you can feel the kind of cynical, like, oh yeah, it's a media frenzy.
And admittedly, the Dahmer story, I get the controversy around it. That was one where I was like, this is kind of weird. And we do kind of elevate and propel up these serial killers more than the victims. And one of the episodes in that show goes out of its way to say that. And I'm like, but you're still doing
but
that.
You're doing it now.
The show is still about that.
You cast hot Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer.
What is this thing where they cast the hottest fucking people?
Because that's impressive acting ranges when you could take someone hot and make them not hot.
He's so good in it, though. He is so good. And it's fucking Ben Stiller in goddamn Tropic Thunder when I saw with Charlie Hunnam. Because there's even like a scene early on where the mom's punishing him for his like wicked sexual ways, and then he's just shirtless. I'm like, look how fucking cut Ed Gein is. He is so buff, and he's got the nicest ass. Look how like fucking buff this dude is.
Known gym rat, known Chad Ed Gein.
Yeah.
The guy who inspired Texas Chainsaw was out here getting yoked.
He's fucking jacked, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because Charlie Hunnam is a great actor too. Mm-hmm. He's done I've seen some shit beyond Pacific Rim where he's really fucking good. I mean, most people got to know him from Sons of Anarchy. He's a really damn good actor. He had a hell of a walk in that show.
He did, I am told.
He walks.
He
seen Sons of Anarchy?
He doesn't ride the motorcycle. He's the only one who walks.
He's fucking bouncing.
Okay.
Anyway,
King Arthur.
I'm excited for American Horror Story season 13.
Whatever the theme is,
that's my commentary.
We are here for it.
Nothing about American Horror. It's just I'm excited for it.
I'm excited
because I love every one of these. I mean, no, there's some I really don't like. There's one where they took it into. It's called what's that? American Horror Story Grindhouse or something. I forget what it's called.
I have all of the themes pulled up here.
What's the one that's like implies that it's two different
double feature?
Double feature.
Yeah.
That
Red Tide.
The second part of that is fucking awful. It is boring and awful.
The alien one?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh.
But the first one's pretty cool. It just really drops the ball on how it ends. But
you just don't like anything with aliens.
That's not true.
Yeah.
No. I like Predator and Alien.
Yeah.
I like...
Yeah, we're looking forward to Predator Badlands.
I'm anti-ice.
Yeah, which is very pro-alien.
Very pro-alien.
Yeah, 100%. Took me a second. I was like, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we've crossed off all these.
You like District 9?
I love District 9.
Yeah.
That was a great alley. I was like...
Like Avatar?
This movie's literally about aliens.
This is literally, yeah, it's alienation.
Let's do a story about immigrants. Make them actual aliens.
Yeah, it's intergalactic refugees.
And then a couple of other random ones. We don't really need to like dive too much into them. There's Adam Wingard has left Godzilla franchise and he has now moved on to his own movie called Onslaught. We don't know much about it, but I'm excited for Adam Wingard to return to his roots. I feel similar to when Sam Raimi returns to his roots.
Hell yeah, get that Onslaught going.
And because he makes like fun horror films. In fact, when we met him at Godzilla X Kong, a movie that I was not a fan of, I told him like about The Guest and how incredible an experience that was. And he did You're Next, which is also another fucking awesome movie. So I'm excited for him to go back to his roots. And I sort of felt, as even though people said he really seemed excited about Godzilla X Kong. Like when we talked to him, like that enthusiasm felt very palpable.
Yeah.
But I could totally get why he would want to like go back to what he's.
Yeah. He wants to have some autonomy. I mean, it seems like he got creative, a fair amount of creative author. He got to put his stamp on the Godzilla movies, but yeah, I bet he is itching for auteur control.
Coen Brothers. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
Just
you're
move
good.
through it quickly. Coen Brothers. They're going back to horror again. We don't know what that is, but when you look at their biggest
Coens.
dramas, No Country for Old Men and Fargo, horror is all throughout those. Again, No Country is another one where you wouldn't say horror at first, but it's totally, in a lot of ways, a horror movie.
It's a slasher movie.
And some other random mentions. Silent Night, Deadly Night is getting some random remake.
Another remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Let's go.
I've never seen the OG, but apparently this one takes some controversial swings. I don't know what that means, but whatever.
Okay.
And we're just naming things off. We're doing this bite size.
Interesting franchise.
And Soulmate, which is
Soulmate.
with 8 in that mate.
It's
It is the sex doll spinoff of Megan,
Hell yeah, that's what we need.
which is crazy because I put a lot of eggs in their basket for Megan, and like Megan 2 came out and no one watched it.
Yeah,
I forget it exists.
I do too.
And now I'm hearing nothing about this Soulmate. I think and then even Jason Blum comes out like, we thought a little too highly of this. Don't watch Soulmate.
We thought you guys were really into this, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could be cool. Soulmate, it sounds, I haven't seen Companion, but it sounds kind of reminiscent of Companion.
I mean, Companion's a great movie.
I want to see it.
Companion's really fucking good. But there's no way Soulmate would be that movie.
Okay. Well, no, not coming from, but some kind of love bot that comes to life and.
I feel like we're going to get a surge of that. I even had an idea of my own version of that, but then once I started hearing all these studios doing it, I'm like, oh no, this is the new fucking, like, what if you get in the lift and he's a serial killer?
Yeah. The second they greenlight that, the second someone says sex doll Megan movie, you hear just like the sound of 1,000 scripts being dusted off. Like, oh, I got my sex robot movie.
I mean,
the secret is they don't want to actually be your slave.
Mine was more about like what happens when you try to make it more part of a throuple relationship in a couple that's already failing.
Mine
was like totally like a weird like romantic drama.
Can't find a perfect third. Build one.
I mean, fucking make it Hollywood. I don't give a shit. Make some like terrible version of it.
That.
But yeah, there's probably going to be a real big rise of these.
We're non-monogamous, but no one else is. Let's build a robot.
All right, John, we can do this efficiently.
Woo!
1 minute at a time.
What do we got?
We have 25 super chats.
Holy balls, let's do it, John. We're gonna...
Holy
Two Streamlabs.
testicles.
Okay, we'll go to the streams. Knock those off real quick.
Let's
That
reload.
way we complete something.
Reload. Shoot off screen.
Watch this happen fastly, quickly, and where I hand off my ID to my wife to go handle this
Do
task.
the thing. All right. Aisha Kenya, welcome back. Hey, handsome fellas and Alex. Hope happy boo-tacular Friday. Circling back on last week's conversation regarding heavier themes in film, specifically horror, would you consider Blink Twice and The Entity as a reaction?
Not at this moment in time, unfortunately, Aisha. You're one of our top supporters, so I constantly want to just people please and say yes. But at this moment in time, probably not.
The Entity from 1982?
We'd like to position ourselves more where we can do, like when we did Strange Darling, I had a huge feeling it wouldn't get that many views. But we were like, we're in a position where we could take a risk here. And we need to be more in positions like that where we could do something like this. So right now it's not on the list, but you never say never.
Yeah.
There's been times where we've answered questions like these in the live stream, and then much later on we end up doing them. So I wouldn't say there's nothing on the agenda right now, but appreciate you supporting and always being here for us and being curious enough to inquire about that.
Very curious about both movies. Michael M.K. Hey, guys. Since today's topic is horror, I was wondering if there are any plans to watch the Leprechaun movies on the channel. I love how campy and silly they are. Also hoping to see y'all watch Practical Magic as the sequel is coming out soon. I know a lot of people love Practical Magic.
Well, I can more than likely guarantee you that First off, thanks for a very generous Streamlab contribution here. More than guarantee you that when Practical Magic 2 is coming out, we will probably have a reaction to Practical Magic 1. I don't know if you've picked up on this trend, but that is more than likely what we'll do. As far as Leprechaun, I've completely forgot about that franchise. I haven't seen a single one of those, actually.
Dude, you haven't seen him go to the hood or space or to where Jennifer Aniston lives?
There's only we're going to run out of times where people are going to be able to, like running out of hosts to do some first-time watches,
Yeah.
Now we're in this commentary arena, which is doing great.
I haven't seen a single Leprechaun movie in
But I wouldn't write Leprechaun off. Killer Clowns from Outer Space has been on the list for a super long time, too.
Oh, that'll be
There's
fun.
some like lower, more in the know kind of horror films that I'm like, I would really like to cross this off my list.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of those, and Leprechaun has been one of those to cross off the list. So thank you for the inquiry there, and yeah, that would be fun to do, man.
We'll do it at the end of Friends.
Yeah. All right, Alex, get ready to read fast, efficiently, clearly, clarity, pronunciation, go through it, kick butt.
This is like popcorn in school.
Yeah, there you go. Popcorn math.
We're
popcorn
on
reading.
Clayton
Crook?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Foreign Horror Rex. And will there be a reaction to Shelby Oaks? Much love. Also, shout out to Alex.
Thank you, Clayton.
Foreign horror.
Yeah, I mean, usually the rules that something we're trying to do a little bit more of is one or two of us might go do the theater experience while other people might do the reaction experience. So far as I know, I'm the only one who saw Shelby Oaks.
Yes.
So we just got to decide who would want to do the reaction to the VOD side of it. And, of course, that promotes the VOD.
Yeah. Woo!
Woo, VOD.
We got it. We
VOD.
got there. VOD.
But I do think Shelby Oaks is an absolutely worthwhile theatrical experience.
Yeah.
And sorry, Chris Duckman, there might be two people who do not pay to watch it, but they will pay for the VOD.
Yeah, which is also helpful to the movie.
And I will own your movie.
And
plus, I already
times.
contributed a good amount to your Kickstarter, so I can afford to pay you more money for the VOD.
We're on
buddy.
Dakota Jones.
Thanks, Alex. That's why she's here to make up. You're the bad guy today.
Oh, foreign horror.
We already did that one.
Go watch Rec.
Foreign horror Rex. Oh, foreign horror movie recommendation.
Sorry.
Hey, babes. Trying to go quickly.
Go watch Rec. Climax pretty good. Eyes Without a Face is pretty good. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them. Train to Busan. Someone just watched.
Train to Busan's brilliant. Best zombie movie probably. And Let the Right One In is undoubtedly one of my all-time favorite horror flicks. So go watch that one.
Yeah, Suspiria maybe. Though the Babadook, that's Australian. There you go.
Nah, it's not real. Foreign,
You don't have to read.
Still fucking in English.
You don't have to read that.
All right, let's move on.
All right, cool.
Dakota Jones.
Dakota Jones.
What's Dakota saying?
Love to see an In the Mouth of Madness reaction.
John Carpenter. I would love to see that. I've never seen it.
I've seen when I go to cinephiles' homes, I often see a Blu-ray of this.
Yeah. This and what is it? In the Mouth of Madness and Prince of Darkness are two Carpenters that I feel like I see a lot of people own and that are like on the more like sort of devilish and supernatural side of his stuff. So I'm very curious to see it. I don't know if it would become a react, but I would love to watch In the Mouth of Madness. It's got that famous image of Sam Neill in the movie theater looking all crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, not off the books though.
I think so.
Maybe around another H.P. Lovecraft release, we can do that. I like to plan a little bit more around that. Something that's a little more synergistic to the algorithm. But thank you, Dakota.
Yeah.
Thanks for always being here.
Yeah.
Rebecca R. Speaking of found footage, would you guys or does Shejax ever react to the Hell House LLC movies?
Oh, Hell House LLC.
The hell is that?
Is that one of those movies? Is it?
Can you pull up their super chat, John?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here we go. I don't know much about Hell House LLC, actually. Unless it's one of those, like, straight-to-video movies.
Oh, what? What is this?
Whoa. 5 years after an unexplained malfunction causes the death of 15 tourgoers and staff on the opening night of a Halloween haunted house tour, a documentary crew travels back to the scene of the tragedy to find out what really happened.
Again, that's another one I want to completely write off. Like a lot of the times with these different genres that we cover, it can often be, I don't feel like people are that interested in this action movie, this comedy or whatever. Weirdly, though, with horror, you can sometimes do something super obscure and like, holy shit, we had no idea.
There's
you
a
know?
different kind of virality there. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It's weird. There's like a different. People are more willing to check out something in horror if it just looks gruesome enough.
Yeah, and usually a lot of these horror movies, like you're shouting this movie out, and I'm sure there's like a random, weird, strong. I see even Dead Meat James did a kill count of this, so it was like clearly popular enough to warrant that. So yeah,
Must have the kills.
Definitely want to write that off. Appreciate that, Rebecca.
Absolutely appreciate ya.
Are you writing these movies down, Alex?
I am actually.
Okay, good.
A little notepad.
Fucking fire you if you don't.
We'll have found footage.
Captain Fernandez.
Oh yeah, we did Drew. Okay, and we did Sebastian. Captain Fernandez. Here we go.
After the less than enthusiastic public response to Beau is Afraid and Eddington, do you guys think Ari Aster should return to horror for next project?
Oh, thank you for the question and the super chat, my friend.
That's tricky.
But no, I don't. He doesn't strike me. I feel like that would be very antithetical to the voice he's been putting out there to suddenly go fuck. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a business and he has to make money. and if the movies aren't making money, he's not going to be able to keep making movies. So he might need to do one for the people, but it seems like he only does well with storytelling when it's where his mind and heart are currently at. He has to do what is currently being reflected in his mind and heart at that time. I don't think he can just be like, oh, what's a horror idea I have? Let me do that.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a guy who would just like do one for them that way. And he doesn't seem to be like suffering in terms of like, even though his recent stuff hasn't been huge, like it seems like he's still got his clout and status. And I feel like, granted, I need to see Eddington. I need to see the Beau is Afraid, but it seems like everything he does roots somewhere into the discomforts and anxieties of being alive in whatever situation he's depicting. So I feel like low key, all of his shit's probably horror adjacent.
All right, yeah. Well, thank you, Captain Fernandez.
Thank you, Captain Clayton Crook.
Clayton Crook. Oh,
Begonia reaction.
You know what? Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm considering. It looks like I haven't seen any of those movies.
I've seen zero Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah, they keep
movies.
winning. She keeps winning the Oscars from them.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
imagine they must be good.
He's the auteur of The Now, along with Luca Guadagnino.
And that definitely seems like an incredibly controversial movie. Looks like very thought provoking, and she shaved her head, so she's gonna win the Oscar.
Yeah, she's got to. You either shave your head or get naked or both.
Yeah, if you do that,
And you win the
you
Oscar.
don't get Oscar.
Yeah.
Guy just gotta get fat.
Except for Anne Hathaway that one time. Oh,
She
yeah.
won the Oscar
She did?
for Les Miserables,
She didn't get naked, though.
but she shaved her head.
She shaved her head. Yeah.
So you get an
when she
Oscar?
got naked, she didn't win the Oscar.
And guys usually, there's a time where if a guy got fat, it was considered good acting.
Yeah.
Now they're just fat.
Now you're just a slob. Get it together. We're just going to bring you up on stage to shame you now.
But thanks, Clayton.
Thank you, Clayton. Ethan T, I believe.
We did this one, yeah. We
did
watched
it?
that one.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's
Prav
see.
Curl, plan to watch at least one Indian movie a month. It's not really a plan we have at this moment.
It's just a way of life.
But I'll tell you, there's a really good reaction channel called Cinedesi.
Desi.
And they do movie reacts to a bunch of different types of Indian movies, and they are the best, and it would be impossible to compete with them.
It would be.
Plus, for every subscriber they get from Real Rejects, we get 10%.
Hey.
And it's free to subscribe.
Get that
See how that
commission.
works? Thank you, Rob.
Get
Thank
that
you.
commission.
Who's next on here?
We got
Wolfie.
Wolfie with a moment of
Oh,
silence.
the best type. Now let's just talk about whatever we want for the next 10 minutes, John.
Yes, we got 10 minutes on the
We have a
clock.
3-minute limit on questions.
No, not you don't
Times
announce that
3.
to people. And we
Times
definitely don't have
3.
3 minutes per question. We're on a time crunch right now.
Yeah, it's okay in this case because we have not adhered to that
Oh,
whatsoever.
no, Wolfie followed up with you guys never reacted to the official trailer. I
For
don't know
which movie?
It was for Five Nights at Freddy.
Did they release another trailer for
They
that?
must have released another trailer.
No, we're not going to react to it.
No, I don't
Especially
want to see
with
too much.
especially with horror. The less trailers we watch for that, the much better.
Because typically the earlier trailer is the least revealing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you also got to pay attention to the length. If a horror trailer is like 3 minutes, I don't know if I should watch this.
Yeah, give me like a tight 90 seconds and we're good.
I only saw the teaser for Weapons. Olivia and I saw that in IMAX, and we both looked at each other like, "This looks fucking great."
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
show me
And I
anything.
didn't watch another trailer after
Yeah.
that, and I still didn't know what the fuck the movie was about from that trailer.
That's the beauty. That's the still going in cold, even
Yeah.
if you've seen images. I love that. All right.
Alan Smith.
Hey, Alan Smithy.
Hey, always here every week. Thank you, Alan Smithy. You're one of our regs, one of our locals at this joint.
Yo, guys, loved the Black Phone reaction. That is a fantastic movie, and I hope the sequel is good too.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite serial killer in film?
Babe, you got one?
Favorite serial killer in film?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Voorhees counts.
No, we need like a serial killer.
John Kramer, Jigsaw.
No. He's not really a serial killer.
Henry from Henry, Portrait of a Serial
That's too
Killer.
real of a
I mean, it's a hard movie to watch.
Silence of the Lambs?
Hannibal Lecter is like the cinematic serial killer, I feel like.
Gosh.
I still need to see the Hannibal show, though, to fully comment on that.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Dude, Leatherface is a pretty sick serial killer. I'm about that life. I'm into fitness body in my freezer.
I'd probably say American Psycho.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dang.
He transcended.
Yeah,
He somehow is the most quotable serial killer on screen of all time.
I'll go with the Maniac from the movie Maniac.
Okay. Yeah, I remember how much you love that movie.
I really liked
That was a fucking
Maniac.
disturbing experience.
Yeah,
John.
it's a very
But
disturbing.
yeah,
movie.
I'll go with a Christian Bale American Psycho.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
a solid one. That's a solid one. Anyone in Zodiac?
Thanks for the question, Alan Smithy.
Yeah, Alex is
up,
next.
Alex. Driving an hour to see the new Frankenstein. Theatrical experience is a must. Hope AMC and Netflix K-pop Demon Hunters deal allow more opportunities.
Yeah, apparently they're striking some really crazy deal to allow more theatrical releases that's exclusively at AMC, which I think is a really good incentive, especially for filmmakers, Netflix, the whole all around.
Cool.
And K-pop Demon Hunters opened that door for that.
Sick.
Because these theatrical windows are so short for these movies. But if they can, I imagine part of this deal is to allow for longer windows. And Frankenstein does look like one that would be the one to see in the theaters.
Oh, yeah,
especially after falling in love with all the letters from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein book.
And knowing that you were in store for a much more book accurate depiction of the story. Not to say GDT is not going to put his own stamps on it.
I'm going to
but
finish that book.
Hey, it might reward you. Who knows?
I just want to take in all the Frankenstein properties.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, here's hoping to that, man. You're watching Frankenstein, right? That was one of your requests. That was one of John's requests.
To see in the theaters?
Yeah.
It was one of my requests.
It was one of John's requests.
Yeah.
The streaming movie was the one John was like, can I not react?
Well, you want to know a story. I mean, I would love to be on that video, but I have seen this movie.
Oh, you have?
We went to see a different Guillermo del Toro movie at Beyond Fest, and he came out and was like, hey, surprise, we're going to watch that movie, but we're also going to watch Frankenstein right now.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay.
I liked it a lot, yeah. It's a thick boy. Like, it's a lot, but it's definitely absolutely a big, the streaming movie that you want to see on a big screen, because it is very, like, wide-angle lenses, and it's super opulent, and it's, very designed, obviously. And it is certainly literary, but I liked it a lot, yeah.
Okay.
It takes, I think the prologue will take a minute to kind of grab people, but the way it handles the shifting in perspectives and stuff like that.
Oh, they really do the prologue.
Yeah. This is the most, it is definitely like the most book-oriented version of Frankenstein, I would say, that's existed on screen so far.
Cool.
But there's
Letters and all, huh?
not quite. It's not quite
I'm
that.
listening to this actress recite 5 minutes. This one letter she wrote.
No, funny enough, actually, Mia Goth is one of the slider characters, I guess.
Really?
If I had any complaints, I'm like, I could have used a little more meat
Obsessed
on
with
that
Elizabeth
bone.
in that book.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
I won't say
John.
too much
That's
stuff,
a positive
but,
endorsement.
But it's definitely worth a watch. It's probably one of his best, one of the best recent ones of his.
We have Sebastian again.
Hey, Sebastian.
Thanks, Alex, for helping today. Y'all excited for Stranger Things 5?
Yep.
Loved both y'all's and Tara and Aaron. I
That's
think
right.
he met Andrew.
Nope. We're replacing Andrew and Aaron.
Yep.
Reaction.
I think Andrew brought nothing into those videos.
Nah. People didn't even notice he wasn't Aaron.
Chef's kiss.
We will not be.
Four-person
I'm
reaction.
going to try to get this word out as much as possible, because I know we have a thing where if other people do it, then suddenly we combine forces. We are not going to be doing a 4-person reaction for that. I think Tara would be too loud and annoying, and Andrew won't shut up with his references. It's going to destroy their No, it won't work. It's not. It won't work for the way the schedule is and with the way the releases are going with that, and we have no clue if we'll get screeners, and so there's just. It is really not looking like a viable option to have 4 people meet around the same time for that stuff. So we'll have to do them separately, which is fine. I mean, 4 would be great, but no, we'll have to do them separately.
It would be a lot for.
But I'm super excited for it. I'm very, very excited for it. I think they'll actually succeed in that. You know,
they'll land.
I think they'll stick. I believe they'll stick the landing. Yeah.
What's the next one? Liminal.
Liminal stressed.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I was wondering if there's any specific sub-genre of horror that you would like to do on the channel that you haven't done yet. I would love to see some European horror. Italian is great.
Ooh.
Haven't done much giallo, and that is like very stylized. But they are very kind of long lyrical movies.
I was thinking about it just last night. Remember that limited period where The Ring came out, and then everyone was going, "We should just remake every
All
Japanese
the
horror movie."
movies. Every J horror gets a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really cool and intense Japanese, Korean, like other Asian horror.
Korean horror is one I really want to dive into,
Yeah.
and
We
Japanese
have more
horror.
snacks outside, the good ones.
Japanese horror for sure. Those are the ones I would love to dive into.
And
There's something specifically about Asian horror that fucking freaks me out.
Yeah. Well, it's got such a uniquely distinct aesthetic and set of like themes that it often ties into.
Yeah. I remember years ago I watched one that took place in a hospital. I don't even remember the name of it. Cannot tell you the name at all, but I remember it like fucking haunting me. It was not
Takes place in a
ever
hospital?
it was never remade. I think I just randomly put it on, and it's
an old movie?
I saw it was like 15 or something.
Is it a classic movie?
I have no idea, honestly. I have no clue. I just remember it scaring the shit out of me.
Damn.
And I do know we should move on.
We should.
Yes.
Thank you, Liminal Stress. Yeah, definitely some more foreign horror. I feel like we've done a lot of subcategories, but more cannibal movies.
The next one
Lutrix.
is Lectric.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Lectric.
Matrix.
They put in the chat how to pronounce it.
Oh,
Probably
you're
still
the one.
Fucked it up. Recommending The Hitcher, 1986, for the horror crew.
With Rutger Hauer. I've never seen the original Hitcher. I've seen parts of the much hated Platinum Dunes remake.
That's where they do the song "I Want to F You Like an Animal."
Really?
Yeah.
The remake?
Yeah. That's where I first heard
Nine
that
Inch
song.
Nails. That's the place.
That's all I remember from that movie.
That's the place.
I remember one kill from that movie. There's one kill. I saw it in the
truck?
theaters.
Where they're like tied to a
Yeah,
truck.
that's the first time I've ever seen that in a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing that people would do to people to kill people.
Yeah.
It's really disturbing.
It's hardcore.
Yeah.
It's Gnarls Barkley.
I have plans for some of the crew here.
All right.
Has Greg asked you to go check his
Thanks, Alex.
bumper yet?
Alex is the bad guy. Go, Alex.
Heather.
Damn you, you're making us move on so fast,
Damn,
Alex.
Heather,
Damn
wow.
Heather missed you guys.
Aw.
Life's been crazy. Laugh out loud. Fun cue. If you could only watch one horror movie for Halloween for the rest of your life, which would it be?
One that I know Olivia really doesn't care for, Trick or Treat.
Yeah, that's the one, man. Trick or Treat's the one. Trick or Treat. If I can't choose Trick or Treat because you chose Trick or Treat, I guess I'll go with Sleepy Hollow.
That's a good one.
I feel like that's autumnal. You know, it's a little New Englandy,
Yeah.
spooky. It's good for Halloween time. Maybe
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
That'd be good.
Hocus
Mm.
Pocus.
Yeah.
Nah, Olivia and I saw it in the theaters. That was fun.
Jealous. Oh.
You still haven't seen the sequel, have you, babe?
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
Two Hoke, two Poke.
Yeah. Hocus Wocus.
Hocus Wocus. Oh.
Someone watched it without me.
Ouch. I know I did. I was supposed to watch it with you, but then I watched it with Sally on this channel.
You were supposed to watch it with Olivia?
No. No, we never had plans
I
to
think she's referring to you.
I never saw the
Right.
second Hocus Pocus. I never watched the second Hocus
Oh, you
Pocus.
did?
I've
You deprived me of this?
I've never seen the second Hocus Pocus.
I heard it's not good. Charlotte was watching it the other day.
I've only seen the trailer for
alright.
it.
It's not as iconic as the original one, but I like stuff about it.
Well, Anthony
Thank you.
Thank you,
also
Anthony.
highly recommends The Hitcher 1986.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, or
Fine, fuck.
House of Thousand Corpses, maybe.
I
I'll
guess
watch
we'll
on
be doing The
Halloween.
Hitcher at some point. I didn't realize there's all this love for it.
People do love that original Hitcher. It is like a cult classic.
Well,
of
thank
sorts.
you.
There's a reason Platinum Dunes paid money to put 9 Inch Nails in their well-loved remake.
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
Sebastian contributing to my graphic novel production.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Love it.
It all starts with $1.
It all starts with, the first panel drawn is of $1. Is of that dollar. And it says,
I'm just going to print it.
and it's just of Greg, and there's a little thought bubble that says, wow, my first $1.
No, I appreciate that support. I appreciate you being here this whole time and kicking us off here at the very beginning, Sebastian. Thank you,
Yeah,
sincerely.
Thank you so much.
It is Sacred Buffalo's birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Ashima,
Hey, happy
on my
birthday.
Grateful to this channel as an everyday escape for the past 8 years. Thank you, Greg, for showing me that it's okay to show my emotions and for being an idol to look up to.
Oh. You are a golden god.
Start repressing.
Start. Crush that shit.
Because new era of Greg is here.
Yeah.
And he doesn't meditate.
And he doesn't meditate, and it's all about being an alpha.
Hey. Yeah, I'm too on top of my shit to get
Yeah.
sad or insecure.
And I'm going to say I didn't endorse Trump when really I did.
I'm going to pretend like everything he said he was going to do and is now doing is something I didn't vote for.
No, thank you, Sayer Buffalo.
Love you guys.
That's really sweet. Thank you. Keep feeling your
Michelle.
emotions and go to therapy if you haven't done it. It's
Yeah.
great. Thank you. Seriously, thank you, buddy. I hope to see you in more streams.
Better help.
.org.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
I love that you guys are talking horror movies.
Me too. Thanks.
This has been so fun. I love this day.
All right.
I love this day of horror talk.
I can't say this one. This
Liminal
one's got me
stressed.
stressed. What is your favorite classic horror monster? Not a specific.
Vampire. For sure.
Maybe like a werewolf.
Well, their favorite is Frankenstein. But I would love to see a new take on Dorian Gray or Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, I thought you meant. Okay, so he did mean a specific. It's okay, that was kind of confusing.
Well, I guess it's Dracula or the Wolfman.
I mean, amongst the monsters,
Amongst the
Dracula's definitely not my
universal.
favorite vampire, but amongst the classic monsters, I would go with Frankenstein's monster, which you did not specify correctly.
Yeah, if you were a real fan,
Gosh.
you would have known.
Gosh, we always know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I'm going to act like I don't.
The-
That way you learn.
Yeah. That way you know that I know, and that's really what I want you to know. Is that I know.
I'm smart.
That's become the official thing of horror snobbery is actually it's the monsters, Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, man. I guess Frankenstein's monster is kind of the most interesting. I mean, I think the Wolfman is interesting for, the anguish and the sort of like, oh, my instincts taking over and whatnot. You've done horrible things, Lawrence.
Yeah, there's a consistency to it.
I mean, the freaking Invisible Man goes pretty unhinged.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Pretty wild character.
That guy's just fucking having a great time. That guy goes through like a slaughter in a day. He just fucking loses his shit. That was one of my favorite ones I watched with Olivia.
Yeah.
That guy
Yeah,
just
so-
fucking went batshit.
That's a real fun one. I love that old trope of just like, I don't know, his mad scientist just one day went crazy.
Yeah.
He just went mad and he drunk with power.
Literally, he he goes on an onslaught. He
Yeah.
fucking crashes the whole train.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck did he pull this off in
Damn,
like 2
dude.
hours?
Prolific body count.
But yeah, thank you. Thank
yeah.
you.
It would be cool to see a new Dorian Gray or
How are we
Jekyll
at
and
on?
Hyde.
How many more do we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
And Tony Movie Chappie D9. is
Tony
next.
movie Chappie D9.
What happened to Tara and Aaron's reaction to the Ring movie, and will they also be doing the Ring 2 as well? but
No.
the unrated version.
Appreciate your interest. Appreciate your super chat. The Ring reaction is coming out next week.
Yep.
And I won't tell you exactly when, but it is for sure coming out next week. Thumbnail done and all. And the Ring 2 not on the agenda. I honestly forgot they made sequels until right
I
now.
did too.
And I did see the sequel. I forgot I did see that one. Yeah. That was one with I remember there was like a photography bit in that one. I never saw the one with the plane. That was one where they had a great reveal with Samara coming out, and then they just went like, "Now let's just do that all the time." Let's just have her coming out of planes.
Is that Rings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, there's no plan for that. But thank you for the inquiry. Thank you.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see the Japanese version sometime.
I've seen that. That one's really good too.
Electric is back.
Electrics.
2 recs for British horror post 2000. Eden Lake,
I've heard of this.
2008, and Dog Soldiers, 2002.
I've seen Dog Soldiers. That
Dog
one's
Soldiers.
a lot of fun.
Wicked movie.
Eden Lake, haven't heard of, but appreciate the recommendation there.
I have heard of it, have not seen it, so I'll have to Shrek it out.
If anyone will watch it one day, it'll more than likely be John. Can't
It'll be
guarantee a
me.
reaction, but he'll more than likely watch it. Thank
I'll
you.
start
'Cause it's
posting
got
on
those lake
Letterboxd.
vibes, right, John?
I do like
Yeah.
a lake. Let's go look at Eden Lake. See, oh, it's got friggin' these people
you
in
are
it. It's
pushing
It's a film.
the boundaries here. What's next on the? What's next here?
Frickin'
Tony
look at this.
movie.
Tony movie.
Singer did horrible things, but reactions to X-Men movies is okay. Jeeper Creepers 1 and 2 are both very good horror movies, despite the director being a terrible person. The Creepers should not be ignored.
Ooh, fascinating debate here that we cannot unpack right now.
Yeah, in a nutshell, I guess I would just say that with X-Men, Singer is adapting something. It's a very thin line. I think it's,
not his
because
baby.
It's
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers is like of this guy's creative mind. He
yeah.
came up with it. He wrote it and directed it. You know.
Yeah, like-
it's a little bit different than Bryan Singer is at the head of that apparatus as a director producer, but he's not. I don't know. It's weird. There's like less of the soul authorial vibe there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that.
Weird.
It was, yeah. I don't know. It's up for debate. It's not completely written off because right now we are not considering.
Ethically dubious, and we don't have enough time to really iron this
We
conversation out.
we need to have a full on, we need to have a real discussion if we ever pull the trigger on this. Yeah, but
Every scene will need to come with a disclaimer before the next clip plays of like, hey, we don't support this guy, what he did, this is a movie, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Like,
But thank you for the extra super chat, and thank you for really encouraging wanting to see more of our faces react to horror movies. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
Just a couple more.
Then 2 more.
Thank you.
The
You guys have been great. These are great questions.
Dog Express.
Hey,
No one is talking about Frank
Darabont.
Darabont coming out of retirement to direct Stranger Things season 5. He's made 2 certified classics of all time.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Frank Darabont, not only has he made 2 certified classic movies of all time, he also helmed The Walking Dead.
And one of the best Freddy movies.
Which one?
Oh, he didn't direct it, but he wrote Nightmare 3, Dream Warriors.
Cool.
Yeah. And co-wrote it, yeah.
Frank Darabont coming out. That seems like a Duffer Brothers specific decision.
Yeah.
Of you have helped inspire us.
Yeah, who's
so
on our
please
list?
direct one of these.
Please.
I bet they asked him directly to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they also got fucking Dan Trachtenberg to do an episode too.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited for the lineup they have there. And people keep forgetting Linda Hamilton's in this season too.
Yeah.
And they love their Terminator references. So
They had a whole Terminator one season.
it's all remember one season they had Nancy do a total Sarah Connor in the last.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for what they do for Stranger Things 5. And yeah, thanks for the reminder about Frank Darabont.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. The missed episode's gonna be rad.
Kenya King.
Hey.
I would love for you, Greg, and Roxy to react to The Faculty in the same 90s high school gothic horror world as The Craft.
Yeah.
Rox and I think that's Tara.
Yeah.
Candyman franchise.
Gladly put Roxy into our
Master.
Candyman franchise. Have you seen Faculty, babe? Is that one I can watch or no?
What do you care? You don't listen to when I tell you not to watch something.
I do listen to you.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I listen to you.
Yeah. He's never gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2 now ever.
I did not remember The Craft. I'm sorry.
The Craft is rad,
I
and
did not
the Faculty
remember.
is rad
Apparently,
also.
she really loved that movie, and I didn't remember her telling me that.
I mean, you should assume that all women love The Craft.
So many dead animals in that movie.
Yeah.
But this one's exempt from that
There's
because
a-
it's The Craft.
Huh?
You can turn away from those things.
Faculty?
Yeah.
The movie theater.
Yeah, there you go.
That is all, guys.
Have you not seen The Faculty?
I've seen The Faculty.
Okay. You
All I
should watch
remember
it
is the
again.
opening with Robert Patrick and the pencil.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest of the movie.
That's a great movie. I like it a lot. It's been
It's a Robert Rodriguez movie, isn't it?
yeah, and it's been like reappraised lately. It's an easy one to forget. This is because it's like right in that sweet spot in the middle
Yeah.
where it's not like fully him doing just his own thing, but it's also not devoid of his personality. You know,
Okay.
I think it's a pretty solid movie.
All right.
It's a good body snatcher
Well,
story.
Alex has literally written out every fucking request you guys have had.
Yeah, man.
See a whole sheet of it right there.
And Candyman,
So-
at least the original one would be great.
Yeah, and the remake is great too.
And the remake is good. There
Thank-
are other sequels too, but yeah.
Thank you guys so much for another very, very long live stream.
Woo!
It would have been we got some technical delays that really
Yeah.
derailed a lot of this, but thank you guys so much for being patient with us and for everyone who contributed. And I'm glad we got to mix it up for something very different.
Talk about our favorite genre.
We'll go right back to something more traditional next week, and then the following week we'll have a surprise podcast for you guys that is not hosted by either one of us. Keep a lookout for that.
Wow.
Bye, Reject Nation. Thank you guys for everyone who's been here.
Peace be
out.
with you. Woo!
Close us out, John.
Yeah. All righty.
I'll be right back.
Whoa. Going back here. Friggin' yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is all this boring peanuts everywhere? God.
You know, peanuts is actually.
La 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 la.